Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you. Police or zombie problems? Your tortoise won't stop breakdancing?
Try blue tape.
The miracle of our age. Yay!
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUy. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me. I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me. I'm a man.
You know what? I talk to your mayor.
Army of one. Getting masked up and rolling over snitches. Sitting them like the cruise line, baby, to throw out the E-stitches. A wrecking ball to all their scams, the grifts they sold as free. The lawyers, the lies, the 50s is paid, blocking out the only me. How many claims are left in ruins? Oh, let us count the waves. A memorial, 20K on fencing, a fortune turned into 18K. What's the sound of two brain cells fighting for last place? If you guess the ecosystem, that's right. You got lies about money, a fortune squandered, thousands flagrantly misused. And unlike sickness, there's sadly no cure for stupid. This isn't just a mic drop, it's yet another nuke, asking what they're gonna do when their money turns to poof. The greatest truth out there, they know the truth in what I wrote. But to quote you ecosystem pals, they've already tossed you off the boat. I hope you can float, lady, because they've abandoned you. Abandoned. That's right.
What's up, folks? Welcome to another day of crazy. This thing, man. Every day is another day in Crazyville over in this mess. Although, weirdly enough, I noticed, Megan, that they didn't really want to talk about all of the fun that you brought up last night.
Oh, cheerio, Tug. Hello. I'm just having a spot of tea.
That's
it was totally lovely show. It was lovely. It was all things wonderful, and it was just the dancing, the singing. It was all just wonderful.
You know what is missing though? What? Lots of chemistry. I can't even do it, Chris.
Do tell. What was missing?
Yes, chemistry. We were missing lots of chemistry, you know.
We were. We missed a lot of things, and I think on Monday we shall do part 2. That's what I think.
That sounds like a necessary thing, to be honest.
We did. We missed a lot. There was a lot, and like in going back, I'm like, oh, I wish I had shown this, or I wish I had shown that. So I think we're going to have to do a who is Leslie Federigo's part 2 on Monday.
That makes sense, actually. It makes a lot of sense. It makes good bloody sense.
Yes, some of those videos were bloody awful. Just bloody awful.
Oh, so that whole story is fucking bloody awful, to be honest. If we're being real about it.
I'll tell you what I noticed, though. You want to hear something interesting and funny? Leslie is back to using her sock accounts and on Facebook, but she's refusing, even with her sock accounts, to interact with me in any way.
That's funny.
She's yelling at everybody else, but she's refusing to interact with me, which I find funny. Has she finally gotten the message? Is she worried about interacting with me? Is she scared finally? Like, maybe you shouldn't have started this, Leslie. But I think it's funny that she's using different names, and you can tell that it's her. One of the ways you can always tell Leslie's using a sock account is that she will use the sock account to talk about how sexy Leslie is.
That's true.
That's the first giveaway.
That is actually true.
She does it every time. She's like, that Leslie Federigo, she's so sexy and hot. Where do I find her? Where's her? This one is asking people for her OnlyFans page. I really want to find it. I want to subscribe. It's very funny.
That's strange. That's obviously a sock account because nobody wants
to subscribe to that.
Nobody ever wanted that.
No.
Oh, by the way, check this out. I'll show you something funny. So, I've had these for a minute there, though. The sexy toast at the beginning of the show?
Yeah.
This is Mr. and Mrs. Sexy Toast.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah, they are. They are. Pammy, she a long time subscriber, great person. She makes she makes some cool stuff, and she made them and sent them over a while back.
That's awesome.
Them. Yeah. Yep, I love them. I had a very weird day today. I had a weird enough day today. At first, I was like, I'm not streaming today. There's no way. I'm just going to go to sleep or something. Then I thought, no, maybe I can wash this day away and start anew.
Yeah, you had an exciting afternoon.
Yeah. I had a tire that said, no more of this thing. It was like, then I had and then while I'm sitting there with my tire that does not work anymore, I have a homeless guy. I'm guessing he's homeless. He smelled homeless, very homeless. Not to be rude. I'm just saying this guy, like you don't smell like that, and spend a little time outdoors or a lot of time outdoors. But he comes over, and I'm pretty sure he was very mentally ill, and I'm pretty sure he was talking about having sex with my tire, and he could reinflate it or something. I don't know. It was very strange.
That's an interesting technique I had not considered.
Yeah.
He's going to plug the hole for you.
He's going to reinflate that sucker. I was like, what the what now?
We're both having bad vehicle weeks. This is not good. It's like catching or something. I still haven't heard back from the dealership, so I'm a little nervous. They were supposed to get to it today, and is the problem that bad they couldn't even call me?
Well, I think now I've got to make sure I've included everything I want to, but I did have a masterpiece success. I finished Chicken Skin for the Soul, so I think the whole book's finished, unless I want to add more to it, And there's a wonderful chapter. It talks about what we've discussed over the last couple of days about the school thing. I thought that would be funny to add into here because why let a good controversy go to waste, right? That really does sound like them. So I think I want to preview that tonight. I think we'll do that.
Excellent. That sounds exciting and fun.
Yeah, and folks, if you want to help out today, I could. We had a day, like I said. If you want to support the channel, you want to, I don't know. Let's just set an Invisalign goal, or something. I'm not. I think I'll go through that sometime, but I'm going to set me a goal. I'm not going to say what it is, of course, but if you want to help out, actually, if you want to support the channel, with that. Like I said, it has been a crazy day. So I've got that, and at least I got everything situated. I got a doctor appointment in the middle of Nashville tomorrow, so
Oh, that's a
glad I
lot
got
of
that
driving.
fixed. Yeah, so that'll be interesting. But ooh, gross! I replaced 3 tires last week. Oh yeah,
Oh,
I've
that's
been through.
expensive. I
Yeah,
can't believe how much tires cost either. It's like,
oh
what?
no, oh no. It's depressing. Is what it is. It's very depressing. It's like, well,
Yeah.
everything you do, you budget. I'm sure most people are like, man, even if you didn't budget, even if you were like, I don't have to, which God, I want to be in that place one day, but have never made it there yet. But yeah, I still notice tires, because everybody prepares, and shoot, man. So, like I said, I appreciate it. I'm today. Oh man. Anyway, I'm gonna wash it away by laughing at some lawyer disappearance. So,
there's a lot of things to laugh at today too.
Oh yeah.
But the real question is, are there any people, evil people, they're coming for me? People, evil people, they won't let me be. I can't get it out of my head.
Yeah, but see, you put a little bit too much excitement into it. It's more like, maybe it's the lip thing. Maybe they don't move well or something.
Your lips are too. People, people, they're coming for me.
I'm surprised you can even pronounce people. Pebble.
Pebble.
People are like purple.
They won't let me be. Hey, did you check to see if she left her music up? Is it still up? Is she a big hit now? Has everybody clicked on it?
I haven't even checked yet, to be honest.
She might have sold some since last night. I mean, I know that I had a lot of people say that they couldn't wait to pay for that music to stop.
Oh, I'm sure. No. I think they said we're paying for this music already. I think that's what it said.
Oh boy. Well,
I think you misquoted that. But oh well, I mean it's close one way or the other. I did for the for the kicks of it, I did back that music up. I backed those things up.
You backed it up? Did you really back it up?
Oh yeah, I was back that thing up just in case they disappeared.
That thing up.
Yep, I was like, I'm not losing this gold mine.
That's good stuff. And if those of you who are in the chat right now going, what music? Oh, you missed last night.
You missed the show.
You need to go to the Rumble exclusive from last night on my channel and make sure that you listen to the debut of Legally Lips's album, because she has one.
Counters on there. So they are still there, actually. The music's still there.
Excellent.
But weirdly enough, the counter, like for House of Lies, that one song with the lips and chips smacking around. Yeah, that it says it only has 15 plays, and we know better than that because
I've played it at least 4 times, 5 times, maybe 6.
Yeah, I mean, we rock that cast file a lot. So
maybe the counter's off.
Yeah, it's got to be. But the music is actually, I will put it in the chat just in case people want to check it out. You
need to check it out with headphones and everything. I suggest vacuuming while you listen. It makes vacuuming much more fun.
Well, here's the music link, because I know that's what all of you are into.
Oh, I've got to get that link. I'm getting that link right now. I'm going to make a favorite on my computer. And
put it in the private chat.
Put it in the private chat. I can't click on it in the chat. I need to mark it a favorite in my computer for when I'm feeling down. This will cheer me right up.
Oh yeah.
This will make me laugh really
Makes
hard.
Me feel like I can sing too. Anytime I feel like, man, you can carry a tune, Doug. Well, shit.
This is some good stuff. I'm putting a favorite mark in here right now. Bookmarking. Oh yeah.
The other thing I thought was really interesting. So if people missed out on this wonderful saga, it went well. There was a piece of it. It went all the way through yesterday. It finally finalized, but it was such a strange little tale. It was the tale of Ohio and the lawyer. And if you're like,
Yeah.
There's not a lawyer in Ohio. Well, according to Lynette, there was going to be. In fact, this happened in a series of posts. Now, these posts were really fun to watch play out too. I had quite a bit of fun watching this happen because I was like, this is not going to go well. This isn't going to go well at all. So she decides first. She puts out, I'm going to read, I won't read this one. I'll read one that's almost like it, but she does a different version. Okay. So she puts up this thing on Otter Creek Standing in Truth. Now, I believe this one right here, this specific one has gone missing, but that's okay because we, weirdly enough, we have another version of the same one right here, but it is on YouTube and it's still up. Okay. Now this one talked about having an Ohio attorney, but it did not put in any amount of money. Like, it didn't ask for money. So it was strange. It's asking for a retainer or saying they're going to raise a retainer, but it doesn't say how much money they're going to want to raise. Well, Lynette, of course, is going to correct that. And over a series of tweets, it's going to get really funny. I mean, terrible. It's sad. Very sad. So let's get the second one in here. Yes, you can hear the sadness in my voice, right?
Yes, you sound very, very, very broken up over the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was so sad. I think a laugh came out. It was really awful. My emotions, they're not regulating. That's what that was. So in this one, she tells people, now this is going to go just to tell people, this is going to go from, yes, this price to we're going to have the lawyer to, well, I don't want to ruin the end. This is a comedy in many parts and you will So she says,
look, let me say right off the bat, though, before we get started on this, I hope she does get a lawyer in Ohio. You know why? Because without one, it's nothing but constant stress and delays because of pro se, the judge has to be so much more patient with pro se litigants. If she has a lawyer, the thing moves. No,
they don't know what they're doing though in there, and it's pretty funny. And
I mean, that is funny, but it makes it last longer is all I'm saying. It's just more delays,
I don't know. It's pretty comedic when they try to do they try to file their own filings and stuff. Oh, it's amazing. I gotta get kicked out of it. So we get a total with this one though. She wanted $7,500. And my first thought was, well, that's interesting because number one, they had the $6,000 for a bankruptcy lawyer, that was supposed to help them out with everything. And number two, they had $1,300 that went, poof, put them together. That's almost $7,500.
That's true.
Also, people were bringing up, she should be fundraising for things like I don't know, property tax, things like that. Although, again, if the move in the court, we don't know what'll happen yet, but if the move in the court, works out and they end up non-homesteaded, maybe they won't have to worry about property tax. Well, one of them would, but not Lynette.
Oh boy. I knew that this was going to be a disaster.
Oh my God. Well, we don't know how that'll turn out, but I think there's a possibility that'll go bad, and again, Lynette, I think we give you good advice a lot. Although bankruptcy, honestly, at this point, at this juncture, I believe she is stuck in bankruptcy. I believe the type, the way she went about it. I don't believe this is the take backs. It's like when you're a kid, somebody would be like,
takesies backsies.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no take backs. So I think that's the governmental version of it. So it's bad. If I'm remembering correctly, she has a little over an acre and a half, just a little bit over it, when they talked about it. I can't remember the exact numbers, but I think it's a little bit over that. And she and John are owners on it. And yeah, I mean, they put that stuff in jeopardy. Well, really, they didn't put it in jeopardy. I'm going to say some other people put it in jeopardy. Here's a permit, psych. Those people put it in jeopardy.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I wasn't laughing.
I don't know why. I don't know why you would go for bankruptcy though, when you know that the trustee is going to have the power to make you sell anything that they want in order for you to pay off your debts.
Well, she also seems to be of the opinion that she doesn't have to list a lot of her assets like she's been selling and stuff, because they're part of the way her posts have made it. She thinks they're part of the 501c3, and that's a bold move. That's a very bold move to say all that jewelry and stuff, especially since you sold off part of that stuff to help with other things, to help with personal costs. I'm going to say that the court may not agree with you on that, but hey, I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is bankruptcy was a dumb idea. We told you that. We've been telling you a lot of things are dumb ideas. I think we've been, I get the feeling you don't like us, and that's okay. But I think we've done more for you in you not liking us than the people who pretend to be your friends.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, we've given her good advice. Everything we've told her, if she had done what we said, she'd be in a better spot.
Oh, she'd be making money right now, because we told her,
leave Jeremy alone, lean into the Turtle Queen thing, do weddings on your property, open an actual rescue, invite people in. You could have been making money by now.
Oh, I'm telling you, if you would have done what I said, I told you, we'd have partnered up, and for 10% of what was there, we could have turned that into a business. I would have thrown it headlong, and you would have made your million by now. You would have. That million you have thinking you're going to make in the bankruptcy thing, you'd already made it.
God.
I guarantee it.
There's nothing to make in bankruptcy. It's just all loss.
Well, she thinks, oh, Jeremy, $1 million in the future. I'm not sure where that's going to come from.
And I'm really concerned about the $6,500. I've never heard, or $6,000, whatever it was. I've never heard of a bankruptcy attorney charging that much for one bankruptcy. He's not even representing two people. An average bankruptcy is like $2,500 to maybe $3,000. Like, why is he charging her double?
He charged $15,000 to the highest he had ever noted was $2,500.
Yeah, and then he didn't even turn in the papers on time.
Mm-hmm. See, if he was doing an amazing job, you can make an argument, at least you'd have the argument of he's doing great, Yeah. But he's not. He's doing, if I had to rate you 1 out of 10, I would really, no joke, I would be like, can we get negative numbers? Because this dude is not good. But anyway, this attorney, was supposed to be for Ohio, and watch how quick they go. So we start out with we have a great attorney. Now, I'm going to say, though, if you are fundraising for them, you don't actually have a great attorney. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If her fee is $7,500 and you've got to make the fee, you don't have the attorney. That's the thing. You may have talked to them and they were like, sure, I'll represent you. But not yet. So we have a great attorney from a great law firm in Ohio to represent us in this injustice. She's a wonderful attorney. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to try and get help any way I can. Oh, no, not any way I can.
No. Oh, no. The cornfields are not safe.
Gross. That's like the opposite of children of the corn.
They used to call her the corn queen.
Oh, gross. I'm thinking of even worse jokes. Yuck. I was like, I remember what children of the corn raised, a monster. I think this would raise its own kind of monster.
Oh, God.
Yep. John comes hobbling out of the corn.
Oh, no. No.
I got to stop.
I don't want to talk about what's wrapped up to his crotch.
Oh my God! Do you want to see something funny though? It has nothing to do with that.
Sure.
Oh my God! With apologies to Miyagi, by the way. Let me see if it'll pull up right, and I'll go back to that post in just a second. Man, it is nowhere pull up yet. I'm gonna gear it up, and like I said, there's been this delay forever now about pulling up stuff over here, but let me set it up, and it'll get ready. It'll be ready by the time we segment over. There's oh my god, I can't wait till you see this. This is pretty awesome. Anyway, let's read this then. So I'm going to try and get help any way I can. And yes, like others in this, I will be trying to raise the money. Good luck with that. Her fee for both John and I is $7,500. So not too bad, really. Yeah, that's actually not bad, just to be honest.
It's about right for one hearing.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's a one hearing price.
Yeah.
That's not like if there's extra hearings or that's just for one.
Not for this, not for the mess that's coming. I doubt she would have stayed with them. I think this is retainer price, you know?
Uh-huh.
There's no way anybody wants to take on. I looked up the firm. They were one of those, we really hate bullies. But I mean, they had 100 and something reviews on site. Now, I did not do any deep dive or anything, by the way, but they had a good reputation, you know, as far as I didn't find just right off go. Now, again, there may be sites full of crazy somewhere else, but right from go, they didn't seem like some jacked up company. It looks like they found somebody that was well rated, and they obviously couldn't afford. So this has to be ended. And I believe with the help from God and those that care, we can do this and end this injustice once and for all. Now, she tells you, and this is going to get better, I'll post links to help us tomorrow. We are so blessed. Love the new camper, even with a couple of issues we need to fix. Oh, no, it's starting.
Yeah.
Black mode.
Need more money. Throw more money at us. We always need more money. It's never enough.
Harley's so happy. And she was also, so there were comments too, and the comments come later, but I still throw this in here. Somebody was like, hey, Felisa here needs to fork over the money that was raised and donated in Harley Grace's name, grifting money that's not theirs. And she answered and said, far as we are concerned, that we are seeing it ourselves is never going to happen. Never, unless the big donor, that would be David, comes forward. There's nothing we can do about it. Each individual person needs to contact their bank, their whatever, and they need to request their money back. Wow. You know, it's gotten really bad when Michelle's like, yeah, go ahead and do a chargeback. That is really, well, like, yeah, we're going to give the money back.
Oh, boy.
That's really bad. That says that nobody's ever going to. Oh, it's just that's gone into the pooper right there.
I love the "and the grift goes on." So true. That should be a song. And the grift goes on. The grift goes on.
Oh, it's amazing. Well, you know, they have nobody wanting to help anyway. With apologies, let's see. There we go.
It puts the gravy in the basket. Oh no, not Miyagi. Look at not Miyagi.
You gotta like that, huh? It puts the gravy in the basket. That explains why there's been no channel stuff for a while.
Yeah.
Not Miyagi. I really like that one.
Not Miyagi.
Yes, that's kind of what I was doing last night on your channel. It's funny. It's like, are you doing something that's helpful? And well, it depends on how you define that.
How do you define helpful?
Yep, exactly. 1 second. So Preston decided amongst all of this. So the next post, which has been removed, I'm going to post. Let me see. I had to pull it up real quick. Was this? It was the pay link. Now, when she put up the pay link, I'm not redacting. I don't care. She put it up there, and she said that oh, we'll post when we have $7,500. Oh, you can pay for Venmo, and here's the link to it. They accept cash, checks, money orders, credit cards. They'll take your money in person. Thanks. And then she she took a statement from the person at that place, because it says thanks, and then it's the so this must have been like a thing that they wrote them,
Right.
on how to get money to them, which they didn't go to Ohio. See, this disturbed me anyway. Okay, now this is going to you can just see how this is going to go. I mean, you can feel how this is going to go. But with this, I thought, they've not talked. Okay, they talked to them on the phone, right? And that's it. Now, for me, if I'm spending money, especially if it's one thing, I guess, to go out and to fight off specific case types, but if my freedom is involved, I'm going to go see that person in person. I want to see them. I want them invested in saving.
But she said she can't go to Ohio at all, ever. She just can't. She can't do it. Can't travel there.
Well, I mean, that's a interesting way to decide. To go forward. That's an interesting lifestyle choice, especially when your lifestyle choice may end up behind bars if you're not careful. So after she posts this, it comes down, and it was like, and it comes down pretty quickly, just to be honest. And then we get this gem. This one's a pretty good one. We get, so you nasty, evil, hateful, deceitful people called that law firm and lied about us.
Oh no. If this is even real.
Now they 100%, because there's no way they were going to make $7,500. I think again, there's the big if there. Maybe she's real, who knows? But I wondered if this was a way to drum up support. Oh, we're being harassed and stuff. Give us the $7,500, or whatever they ask for. Right. It's going to get a lot better. And also, there's a pretty good chance, I'm going to say, that if anybody called, they would be the people that would be more inclined to back. They may pretend to be people attached to Jeremy Hales, or they may pretend to be Jeremy Hales themselves. I
wouldn't put it past them.
No, I would not either. But I would see a lot of those people being really inclined to fake something like that.
And it seems like Bruce doesn't even believe it was Jeremy. He thinks it was Vet Nation.
Mm-hmm. That was amazing, by the way, to see them running a counter narrative. Bruce, while you got 2L out here, obviously, I think Bruce was. God, this leaves a weird taste in my mouth to say this way, but I think Bruce was smart enough to know, to know that maybe saying that you shut down an entire school district was probably pretty stupid. Yeah,
you think? Yeah, probably.
I mean, anybody, even they walked that back. By the way, they have walked that back.
Oh yeah,
and they pretend, they'll pretend they never said it. It was funny. She was having a little fit the other day and saying, those transcripts, you prove that's me. And I'm like, for real? They have timestamps. You do realize that, right? You do see those. The videos are still up.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Oh my God. But
yeah,
anyway.
prove it's me, but then you get struck if you play the video.
Yeah. Well, that's the little catch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that truly you? Well, yeah, we can 100%, but of course they don't want you to really do that. So
exactly.
Then Lynette goes, if you don't, like I said, this is going to get really entertaining, especially in that bottom part here, because it goes even better than I thought. If you don't think that God is going to make you pay for that, you're
not with
wrong.
God again.
Yep, God.
Here comes the God thing again. She really has this idea of God being this very vengeful creature that just spends his day deciding who to punish brutally. And it's always people who like Jeremy Hales for some reason.
It's very weird. Actually, it could just be they could be like somebody that just asks her a question, though, sometimes. So,
I know. It's like just someone with a, hey, Lynette, how come you didn't do this or that? And they're like, may God smite you.
yeah. Hey,
What?
Lynette, I was sorry to hear that you were having a bad hair day. May God rain hellfire down on your soul.
May you burn in the everlasting pits of hell. God bless. God bless.
Yeah, you gotta forget that.
God
May
bless.
you inherit John's knees. You know, God bless. That's
Be
it.
blessed. Have a blessed day.
So weird. Oh, but you're gonna pay. You're wrong. So you laugh for fat attorney. Are they talking about the prior attorney? Are they calling her fat attorney?
I mean, that sounds like it, but also, you know how she does that voice to text? So maybe it means, so you laugh. Wait, what does that say? Laugh
for that attorney, maybe?
At that attorney or for that attorney? But I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
you laugh at fat attorney. Maybe it was supposed to say you laugh at fat attorney, and she's talking about Sean, which is very unkind, Lynette.
Yes.
I don't know why you would say such a thing.
They've said many unkind things about Sean by now. Again, she's of the impression.
But you're not deserved. Of all the lawyers they've had, Sean is not one that they have any right to say anything terrible about.
I personally believe Sean advocated for them. I very much do. Like he just didn't have a lot to work with them. But
no, the best thing he ever did for them was tell them to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
No, Your Honor, we do not have anything to say.
Yeah, but I believe like he went in to advocate for them, and looking at those emails, I believe he ran straight into the Bruce. You know.
Yep.
Because the Bruce has controlled these people. The Bruce, the Bruce has
the Bruce knows the Bruce.
The bubbles.
It's like his Braveheart name.
Oh no, Bruce the nose.
Knows the Bruce.
Oh my God. Yep. It's gonna be like, you may take their lives, but you'll never take. You'll never take my freedom. That's right. Exactly. But they're like, oh, you laugh at the fat attorney. Who do you think it's going to pay for that? Who do you think is going to pay for? I guess it's going to pay for that. Who do you think is going to pay for that? Great job.
Lisa's audience, I guess. They keep sending money.
Maybe that's who the fat attorney is.
Oh yeah, maybe she means Fleesa.
Yeah, because she is. I mean,
she is fat, and she thinks she's an attorney.
The bar. No, she is practically past that bar. You know, who do you think is going to pay for that? Great job. Thank you for all the help. Thank you. Then it gets into some pretty funny, because this gets into the Trust Me Bros, and I like this. We will still be raising money. We're going to do a pool to raise a pool. Probably a PayPal pool as well.
A pool.
It's a pool.
I like a pool.
It's a double pool party. That's amazing.
I like
to
that.
Raise money to hire an attorney. But we are no longer going to give the name of the attorney that we find. We're not going to give any of the attorney's information. That will be protected until the day that they make an appearance of the case. And you know what I feel is so funny or important to this whole thing is that these people know that their Lord and Master is guilty. He's guilty. Now, again,
who's the Lord and Master? Are we back to Braveheart again?
Yeah, I think she's saying Jeremy. Their Lord and Master.
I thought maybe she meant the English Lord. I'm sorry. Is there right of prima nocta involved?
Gross. I would give that up. I'd be like, oh, get on your side. Oh, gosh. That would explain all the marriages, though. I just
It
got
would.
married again. Well, shit.
Oh no.
You keep that trash on your side of the fence. That's really why the fence is built. So you can ride down the road in peace. I'm getting married. I can't see it. It's a privacy fence. Oh, gross. Or they would let him fight the battle fairly. Actually, again, I think everybody has been pretty clear. Even Jeremy was like, she has a right to an attorney. And he's been pretty clear on that.
Yeah,
She
she
has
has
a
the
right
right
to
to an attorney. Sure.
The only people that seem to think you don't have a right to attorney are the people who collected all that money, and it would have to come out of their pocket. No way. They're not going to give you a lawyer, another one, and their donors. To be honest, after the bankruptcy lawyer thing, any of these people that give that money, they are suckers because, God, it was misused. And
Yep.
she can say, "Oh well, blah blah blah," but she was definitely in on the plan. I mean, she has to be the one that the one that files the bankruptcy, so she can't say that they didn't tell her that there was going to be a bankruptcy and they were still talking about 4 cases. They did it live. She knew totally that was being brought up. So I don't know how she'd make the case that, oh, that's on them over there, not me. You can trust me.
Sure.
But when you don't fight a battle fairly, it's because you can't, says the person who's already gotten 2 violations of the protective order that has been established. Again, I'm gonna say anybody that has recruited felons and shit into their madness probably shouldn't talk about fighting fairly.
Yeah,
I'm
probably
just,
not.
yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. What a bunch of weirdos, man. What a bunch of, but it's going to get even better in just a second here. And that should show you all the guilt. The guilt is not on us, not at all. So we will be setting up a pool for anyone who wants to help, but there will be no law firm name. Now, this is my favorite sentence. Just have to trust that when the time comes, we will let anyone who donated, know. It will know. Anyone who donated, it will know. Ma'am, that is not my qualifier.
That's an interesting pronoun. But okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, the only it I know about is one living in the dairy sewers. I don't know anybody that freaking goes by it. But this is a trust me, bro thing. Just
Of
you
course.
have to trust that when the time comes, we will let anyone who donated know who the lawyer is, what the firm is. You will be given all that information when they make an appearance. So now it went from, oh, you all are hateful and monsters because somehow, I guess her narrative is people called and they dropped her, I suppose, because she doesn't give that specific context. But you get the point from there. And now we're still going to put together a PayPal pool, but we are not going to identify.
But that's what they did for Saran Wrap guy.
Mhm.
They did the same thing, and look what they did. They completely fooled everyone into who they were hiring and for what.
Not just
So
that.
they've already been very dishonest about what this money went for. And a bunch of people did not like that. They were like, wait a minute, we didn't give you money for a bankruptcy attorney. We gave you money to fight the federal case. So we don't know what she's actually asking for. She could be saying this is for a lawyer in Ohio and it not be.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's no proof whatsoever. Like anybody who trusts these people after that. And again, she can be like, oh, that's not fair. That's not on me. Well, yeah, it kind of was, because even though you've had fallings out with certain people by now, you yourself, the lawyer was for you. So you can't just go in and reverse that. Oh my God, these people, man. These people. It's just amazing to see them talking about another lawyer. And I mean, I think there's a bigger question that's hanging over all this too. It's what happened to the $1,300 for Ohio.
Yeah, and why doesn't Lynette just go get a job as a Walmart greeter so she can get herself a lawyer? I'm getting really tired of this. Like, get a job.
No, dude, become a content creator. You know, I mean, she's got plenty of people would watch her stuff. Like it would have by now. By now, she would have, if she would have done when we said, she would have already been monetized off of this thing.
Yeah, except unfortunately, she can't keep her mouth shut. She'd say things that would get her in even further trouble. I think right now she needs to go be a Walmart greeter.
I don't know. As a Walmart greeter, she'd probably tell people at Walmart about Jeremy Hales and how terrible. You know, I mean, really.
Somebody in the chat just said, if I saw her working at Walmart, I'd go to Sam's Club.
She'd probably follow you there telling you about how terrible Jeremy Hales is.
Now, chat, Lynette she's entitled to a job. Maybe she could go be like one of those rough diner waitresses. That would be hilarious. Where you order something. She's like, no, you will not have pancakes. You can have eggs. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be amazing, you know, except it would be like, you're one of those Jeremy Hales followers, aren't you? You followed me here, you know.
You're going to burn in hell.
I pray God smite you at this table. Yeah, you'd be like, is she going to poison me?
Yep.
Oh, my God. Michelle. Oh, Michelle. You're not, ultimately, all joking aside, Michelle, the people that were your supporters, the ones that would have done this for you, you let your PR team take them away, and they poisoned your well. They outgrifted you. They scammed the scammer, and
they're doing it again. They've already collected thousands of dollars now for this new Christmas grift without even telling anybody what family, which children it's going to, and if there are any children or families that actually need it. These people are unbelievable, and I can't believe there's still people giving money for this crap.
What's the real screw you in all this is the fact that they raised money under Michelle and Harley Grace's name for right on 9 months. And then when that baby was born, they were like, yeah, not giving it to them. We're giving it to hypothetical family number 12.
Right.
Oh,
they could be just reselling it all for all you know and just telling you it went to some family.
It could be or it could be people they're connected to or anything. I mean,
could be their family.
Yeah. I mean, why give away? Why enrich another family when they can enrich it themselves, right?
Of course. I mean,
honestly. Now we, on top of that, we have a wonderful thing. Remember the wonderful Bruce case that has popped off, which, yeah, Bruce Lynette, which is funny in its own way. I think now again, I don't know, but I would think that the Bruce case, that's going to be the dividing line, you know, where they start having a little problem between one another. You know what I mean? Because she's going to wake up and figure out that Bruce gave her terrible advice. One day, hopefully Lynette, it may be too late now. If it's not, it will be very soon. It's going to be too late, and you're going to be the one on the hook. Ultimately, that thing might hurt him, but it's going to hurt you too. And the damage he did in Fed 1, the damage that he did helping you, talking you into doing the 2 state cases, it is beyond belief. The only people, like we've talked about, we don't know what Fed 2 will do. You know,
right.
Those cases, they're unpredictable. But let's just say worst outcome for Hales in that. Every one of them walks free. You know who doesn't walk free? Lynette Preston.
Or Bruce, because Bruce is now tangled up in state court.
That's true too. But I mean, Lynette, though, ultimately, all these people that have been brought in to raise havoc, when they start causing problems, they're not on the hook. Again, protective order, we'll see how that goes. But the person that is really the prime person that is on the hook is Lynette. Best case scenario, Lynette, you maybe, I don't know how you could convince the court that you have not been behind record. I mean, there's so much proof with that stuff. I was going through the Leslie stuff last night, looking at while we were talking, and there's just so much. I might review a little bit of that specifically. Like Megan said, she would, there's a lot Leslie wise that's been left out, but I thought about going over that specifically. The one thing, though, the reason I brought all that up, and give me a second here, is there's a certain judge that, well, you may have heard of him. We call him the grudge judge. The grudge judge, as you might know, has he's been forced to step aside because of a prior case and the way he handled it. It was very bad. I can't even I can't even really put it into words how bad he handled that stuff.
He has a very horrible temper. He was very biased against Jeremy Hales. He was yelling at his lawyers all the time. He had some personal problem with them, and that took it out on Jeremy, and he was meeting with her ex parte 3 times. Yeah. He did things I've never seen a judge do in a courtroom before. He's one of the worst judges I've ever seen, ever.
And it was flagrant. I mean, it was flagrant because he was like, basically, this is my courtroom. I can do whatever I want. I think my favorite thing that he did was refuse to stay 1 minute late or 15 minutes late the day that Jeremy's witnesses had been waiting for 4 hours to testify. He refused. He said, I can't do that to my court staff. And then in another case that Randy was also on, he forced them to stay even on the Sabbath. Like Sabbath was going to be at sundown when Randy was like, I can't be here past sundown. I have a 45-minute drive. I'm Jewish. And the judge was like, well, I'll check the NASA calendar, but we're staying until it's done. What? Like, just a hypocrite, a total liar. Like, he would anything to just have his own way. Oh, indeed. And it was something else to behold. And we kept talking about that. I always loved that. Was the first thing where Bruce came in and was like, they're making fun of a judge. You can't do it unless it's when they want to make fun of, and then they start calling him a clown. The one they're in front of, by the way, which is the dumbest thing you could do. But they were like, we are insulting this judge, and then bam, we get a ruling saying, yeah, we're right. So whoopsie on that. What's funny is he still goes back and refers to Judge ThATuMBRELLAgUy and us talking about it, except he always leaves out the fact that Judge ThATuMBRELLAgUy was disqualified off that. Always. Well, now, since he's been disqualified, he can't be part of anything. That's a beautiful thing, in fact. It's not just for Jeremy. It's for anybody. Like if a Lynette Preston pops up, or really, I would say anyone connected. I think you could make a case for anything that is even remotely connected to her. Some idiot that's been connected to their weird ecosystem. I think you can make a case where he is going to have to step aside. So this wonderful case that is brought to you by really the actions of Bruce Manskin, and I guess with the connection to LMNOP as well, because she seemed pretty down with it. We have a request to disqualify Judge ThATuMBRELLAgUy, which will happen, by the way. This will happen. That's why
he won't ever be able to hear another case with Jeremy Hales or Lynette Preston.
He doesn't need to be. I mean, he showed so much bias for her and against Jeremy that it was awful. It was absolutely awful.
It was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and if you guys want to remember if you didn't see that or catch that chapter in this saga, that season 1 of the What the Hales case, because that was back in season 1, I would recommend Legal Vice's coverage of that, because he did an amazing job explaining why it was so offensive the way this man behaved.
God, I still want to go back to those videos because they were.
I know, maybe we should watch them again.
Oh man. Well, again, it's funny. I keep saying everything, everything becomes relevant when certain things happen. Like when Lips came back in, everything that Lips was doing, all the cases, everything that she stated, all of that became relevant. Well, Judge ThATuMBRELLAgUY, he becomes relevant when this comes up because people need to know. Like what he did was so crazy. And I want people to see, we complain about a judge. I want you to understand it's not just because, hey, dude's a judge. Some judges, I feel like rarer and rarer now, but some judges are really good at what they do. Some of them are very bad, though. We just seem to get a lot of bad ones sometimes.
Yeah, we do.
Let's go over this. So this is a sworn motion to disqualify the grudge judge, Judge Craig T. ThATuMBRELLAgUY. So again, this has been moved by What the Hales, Jeremy Hales. You get all the statutes here and whatnot, where they respectfully to disqualify Judge Craig T. ThATuMBRELLAgUY. I love to put his whole name in there. From presiding over this case and in full support thereof state. I haven't read this, by the way. I was just curious how it goes. For the preliminary statement, the plaintiffs respectfully request that when the court reads this motion, the court keep an open mind. Do you want to read?
Plaintiffs request that when the court reads this motion, the court will properly see this motion from plaintiff's point of view, rather than from the judge's own unique perception of his ability to be fair and impartial, which means
Oh my God.
rather than from your twisted view, because you
beautiful. That's like rather than your own unique perception of your ability to be fair and impartial. Not from your ability to be, but from your perception of it. Oh, that's amazing. That is.
Well, and it also acknowledges that we know you believe you're impartial, but we ask you to look at this from the plaintiff's position.
Yeah.
And that's something judges need to be reminded of sometimes. It's not always about what you think.
Yep.
A judge should participate in establishing, maintaining, and enforcing high standards of conduct and shall personally observe those standards so that the integrity and independence of the judiciary may be preserved. And he's referring to the canons of conduct for judges there. In a democratic society, one who assumes to act for the citizens in an executive, legislative, or judicial capacity must expect that his official acts will be commented upon and criticized. I love this part.
That's another part I'd forgotten about. Remember when the videos, when they were coming up, he was like,
yeah, and he wanted them redacted.
Yeah, he wanted not only them to be redacted, but he oversee the redaction. That's wild. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I can make them available to the public after I get through redacting anything embarrassing potentially. Well, what? That's not how this works.
Nope. And the best judges understand this and they do not let it bother them. They do their job anyway, even knowing that there's going to be people out there criticizing them, mocking them, ridiculing them, whatever. They just keep moving on and ignore that because it's their job. Basis for disqualification. The First District Court of Appeals issued an extraordinary writ, which means it doesn't happen very often, specifically a writ of prohibition against Judge Craig D. ThATuMBRELLAgUY on August 7th, 2024, a day that will live in infamy, finding that he was not impartial in this case, which involved the same plaintiff, Ms. Preston, and defendant, Mr. Hales, and the same attorneys in this matter.
That's the writ of prohibition. It's all the same. It's all those same folks. So all the players reunited.
The writ of prohibition against Judge ThATuMBRELLAgUY was issued on August 7th and became final on August 23rd. In the case, on February 28th, 2024, 2 days before the actual petition for the writ of prohibition was even written, Judge ThATuMBRELLAgUY commented on the record as to whether or not the still unwritten petition would be successful on the merits by stating, obviously, I don't think it's going to come to fruition. From the position of the plaintiffs, the statement demonstrated prejudgment of the legal issues.
Indeed. He, you don't typically ever see a judge commenting on what another court is going to say, higher court, but especially on something they're doing. They keep their mouth shut. They don't want to be overturned. See, you see them on different. I feel like Bolitho is on the other side of this. Like if we had a scale, he's at the bottom rung of it, where he seems so afraid to do anything because he's afraid he's going to be overturned. And ThATuMBRELLAgUy is like, I'll never be overturned. I'm the most amazing person ever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so weird. Now that the fruit has been produced and Judge ThATuMBRELLAgUy has been proven, what's that word? Wrong. That's right. You're wrong, sucker. Felt good for us to, we noted it over and over again, but I liked, not that, I liked being right in that, but also I like people to see, like what we were talking about, there really was a problem with it. All that stuff we were pointing out, it was an issue. You notice too, again, the ecosystem, they go back to ThATuMBRELLAgUy all the time and they point him out, but they never tell any of the people that follow them that ThATuMBRELLAgUy was disqualified because he was a biased judge. It was bad,
No, they claim that he was somehow wronged. It's like, you didn't watch it then, because the guy was a total jerk.
Yeah, he was awful. I mean, well, you have to think when you watch these things play out, even if I've seen lawyers screw up cases where I 100% knew, by looking at stuff, that the person they were defending, they were innocent, but they screwed up. Okay, well, you can admit that they screwed the case up. You lost on their lack of merits. Judges, I've seen the same. That I've seen judges go in and they've made decisions that I think helped out the party. Like if I thought someone was innocent, I've gone through. You're like, oh yeah, that was still bad. That was bias. It looks bad, because you should be able to admit those kind of things. And these people, it's anybody that anybody that if Jeremy would have been able to go in and meet with a judge multiple times without Lynette
they'd
being
lose
there,
their shit
and produce evidence to the freaking judge on the way. I mean, look at the way they talk about every judge that's popped up, particularly Ohio. Like, look at the insanity that they've stated about Ohio. God. All right. So, in the plaintiff, let's see. Now that the fruit has been produced, the plaintiff sphere, Judge ThATuMBRELLAgUy, will seek retribution against them if he is allowed to be a judge in this case. Oh yeah, I think that's very fair. He would definitely seek retribution, because you made him look like a fool in a small town. If we're talking about a large city, if we're talking like New York or something, they would still want to seek retribution, but it would be hidden amongst all the cases out there. In this, with Thomas's small town stuff, yeah,
it's a very small town, yeah.
And the ego there, he was proven wrong. People like him, they don't like to be proven wrong.
And it's preserved on the internet forever. I'm sure he loves that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hate the type of judges, like the type of judge he is really annoys me, because he's the type of judge that they lecture you, like they're your mentor, and like they're a scholar, and that's not what they're supposed to be. They're not supposed to, because that shows this preconceived bias. I know what's best, so it doesn't matter what you argue or anything, or the legal wherewithal. I hate judges like that. So in issuing the writ of prohibition against Judge ThATuMBRELLAgUy, the First District Court of Appeals stated, 1, that Judge ThATuMBRELLAgUy, quote, should have recused himself on one or more of Hale's motions to disqualify. So this again is Court of Appeal. They come in and they're like, yeah, he definitely should have stepped out. That Hale's, quote, demonstrated a sufficient basis for disqualification. And number 3 here, quote, once a basis for disqualification has been established, prohibition is both an appropriate and necessary remedy. Yes. So, I mean, I love those descriptors there because yes, it needs, not only does it need to happen, but it should happen.
I hope
That's what
there are
they're
some of you. I hope there are some of you in the chat that hang out over at the Fleas, and you think that they're telling you the truth, because they've lied to you about this entire decision from the appellate court. They always skip over the fact that the appellate court in Florida disqualified DeThomasis.
There's so
They
many.
just skip right over it, and they don't even read this, and it's very, very clear.
Oh, there's just so much stuff. Like there are a lot of people. I think the donation racket, so that really woke up a bunch of people. But there are still some people out there that are shoveling finances, and they are more than that. And if you're backing it here, let me make this distinction. If you're backing their channel and you like what's there, that's fine. If you think donation should be done, again, when Lynette Preston herself is saying, yeah, anybody who donated, do a chargeback. That's something else. You know everything that's been said about Lynette Preston. Those folks over there definitely do. Does she seem like the kind of person that would be giving that money back for anything?
No, that means she knows she's not going to ever get it.
And that's awful. I mean, because
it is awful.
Yeah, that money was supposed to go.
They lied.
For her.
And I don't care what they say. It was for Harley or whatever. It was for the barn where, yes, the child lives, but so does Lynette. So of course that money was going to have to, of course it was going to have to go to the guardians. A child cannot handle money. So the idea that it was not for them is ridiculous. It was for both of them.
They loved all those people until they didn't get any more money from them. And then suddenly they became too difficult to handle. And I agree that Lynette Preston, I definitely would agree with them. We said this for a long time. We said that eventually they will turn on one another. It will happen. It will be nasty. And Lynette, I mean, everybody that she ever teams up with, eventually she turns on. She turns on them all. So, sometimes it's merited, sometimes it's not. Like with the 2L thing, the weirdest thing about that is she actually showed receipts. And those receipts, what they prove, by the way, I noticed those didn't get shown on that show either, because what they prove there is that Lynette, when she was talking to a contractor, she was being told, you could tell, she was talking to Lisa, and Lisa was telling her, yeah, I'll get in touch with this person. So she would contact the contractor would try to contact, and nothing. And nothing. This went on for a while.
Yeah, it proved that Lynette was telling the truth about this situation. She was telling the truth about what Lisa had done. And yeah, it's crazy. She got stolen from.
Oh yeah, she got robbed straight up.
She's robbed at grand theft levels. That's the mind-blowing thing.
You notice, here's the thing that's been happening too. You notice the ecosystem is now about all of the ecosystem players. It's not about Lynette Preston anymore. Every now and then they'll throw her a crumb because they kind of have to. Part of the story is there, but you notice that it's not really about her. When she's out there like asking for help for this or that, they're like, nah. You remember when she was asking for $5,000 for an RV? They were like, she's just a grifter. Because it's like, wow, she wasn't that before. In fact, they lied to everybody and said she didn't do that. She was just this nice old lady.
And now suddenly they agree with Jeremy Hales. It's amazing. When they're trying to say they don't, and it's like, yeah, but you do, because you think
you very much do.
she can't handle her own money. You say she'll spend it on stupid things. You say that she can't be trusted. So what is different about that than what Jeremy has said?
1 second. I'm being communicated with. Just 1 second.
Okay.
Crazy out.
Don't worry. I have you covered.
All right. I was curious. All right, I'm back. Sometimes, you find out interesting things in the middle of stuff. There's all kinds. There's so much stuff that is going on that people have no idea about, with the ecosystem. And Oh, the leaks in their ship. You know, they should ask, by the way. I don't think they ever ask how we know more than we should sometimes.
I'm sure they're dying to know.
Yeah, well, you know, do they really want to know? Should I tell them who the mole is?
Nah, save it.
I mean, they wouldn't believe it anyway. If I told them, hey, Marla's the mole, they wouldn't believe me. I didn't say Marla was the mole. I'm just saying.
If I said, yeah, they wouldn't believe you. That's probably true.
Marla. So, oh my God, I got to show y'all something like after this with Marla. It's so funny. God, she's such an idiot. I'll show you something really funny in a minute. So, the first district issued the extraordinary. Yes, it's very extraordinary. Extraordinary. So sexy. A remedy of prohibiting Judge Thomas's from continuing in this case without even knowing Judge Thomas's conducted not one, not two, but three. That's right. 3 ex parte proceedings in the case. That's right. They made the decision without the knowledge of that. If that would have been added in, and because they found out about it later, they found out about, remember the videos, all of that stuff, it came up. And it was like, what now? So these 3 ex parte proceedings were concealed by the trial court from all parties. Yeah, they didn't turn them over. See, this is the other problem I keep having with communications with the courts. People are like, well, they should turn them over. Why wouldn't they do it? Well, I don't know. Why would a court conceal ex parte meetings with another party? I mean, if they're doing bad, right?
Yeah,
that's why
weird.
That's why I have to give Grabe his flowers and that stuff, because Grabe was like, yeah, these communications are not good. They led to this lawsuit right here.
Stop sending me stuff that you're not communicating with counsel.
And it went well beyond. Anyway, we've gone over this. Although I'm thinking they're going to become fair game as this goes on again. So videos.
Probably.
Oh, sure. Videos of 3 ex parte proceedings in the case there. They were obtained and viewed by plaintiffs. These videos showed that during the 3 ex parte proceedings, documents were submitted by Miss Preston to the judge for his review, and which he did review. That absolutely happened too. At the time when we commented on it, we're like, oh my God, she gave him documents to look over and he's looking at them. I remember that very well.
That was really funny. I liked how in the motion that Randy wrote, he had still images of the bailiff handing him the documents.
Yeah, like they were handing over some
yeah, like you looked at evidence during an ex parte hearing. Like it's not an evidentiary hearing. It's not supposed to happen.
All this stuff is absolutely nuts here. But let's see, requests for affirmative relief were made by Miss Preston. Yeah, legal advice, that happened for sure. That annoyed me right there, because legal advice was given to her by Judge Thomas's. That should never happen. Ever. Nope. I mean, that's just
it should not.
That annoys me. That totally annoys me.
But it did.
Additional information about the case was provided to Judge Thomas's by Miss Preston, and Judge Thomas's told her that he, quote unquote, knew that the defendant in the case was a YouTuber. Yeah, so he's talking about, I know who that guy is. Yeah, I know who that is. That right there reeks of bias,
Yep.
It does. It reeks totally of bias, and that kind of stuff. Oh, that makes me mad,
Yeah, he was awful.
Yeah.
He was really the worst judge I've ever seen. He was infuriating. Jeff was right. Jeff called it. The guy was infuriating. Everything he did, you were like, are you kidding me?
He was just
terrible.
It's so pompous,
So pompous. He loved to hear himself speak. He was the professor judge, he always pretended like he was teaching a class, and he always had to be the one who knows everything. He knows better than the lawyers. He knows better than everybody. And he can't wait to correct you. He was one of those guys, Ugh, I hate those guys.
Yeah, and he was what's the word? Haughty, you know, haughty.
Yes,
Yeah,
very not hot, but
yes,
haughty.
haughty.
Yes.
See, I can't. It's my
Your
southern. Let
accent
me say it
sounds like
right.
you said he's a
Haughty.
hottie.
He's a haughty. Mm, like a man in the robes, sir.
Did he show a little shoulder?
Yeah. Oh my God. Can you imagine? I'll slip that robe back, get a little knee in there. You're like,
Little knee,
oh, I
little knee, little
declare.
ankle. I do declare. It's funny.
You want to read?
Sure. A judge's neutrality should be such that even the defendant will feel that his trial was fair.
Yeah.
No judge has been disqualified in this case. Judicial neutrality is critical to our legal system. Whether a motion to disqualify a trial judge is legally sufficient requires a determination as to whether the alleged facts would create in a reasonably prudent person a well-grounded fear of not receiving a fair and impartial trial.
Yep. That and you know through this there is no way in hell you would get an impartial trial.
No.
So he will. There's no way. Like I said, I feel very confident. I put it in the thumbnail. He's out of here because there's no way he will stand up and
No
be like,
way.
"Nope, you know what? I'm not doing this."
Yeah, no, there's no way he won't get off of it. He already got off of 2 other cases since then. A judge shall disqualify himself or herself in a proceeding in which the judge's impartiality might reasonably be questioned, including but not limited to instances where the judge has a personal bias or prejudice concerning a party or a party's lawyer, or personal knowledge of disputed evidentiary facts concerning the proceeding. A judge shall respect and comply with the law and shall act at all times in a manner that promotes public confidence in the integrity and impartiality of the judiciary. And I would like to say that I feel like Judge Davis and Judge Grieve have been good examples of that.
Yeah.
I don't find them, there's nothing to say about them, which is a good thing. A judge, the less you have to talk about a judge, the better.
He's just been like, the one thing I like about Grieve is he's just kind of been blunt to the point, and that's what you want. He's not
but
rude.
He's polite. He's polite. He doesn't have emotion in his voice. He doesn't put any emotion into it. He's not being a jerk. He's not being better than everybody, know-it-all. He's just being factual and polite, and that's what you have to be.
Yep. So far, I'm always reluctant, to say anything positive about Judd. But so far as what he's done, I've felt really good with, and I hope I've heard a couple other people talk about how he's a good judge too. People that
do you remember when Judge Grudge used to take the first 12 minutes of every hearing, 12 to 15 minutes of obligatory bullshit where he would repeat the record? It was the worst thing ever. And during his recitation of the record, he would throw in his own digs at everybody. And like a judge, I've watched so many court cases. I've never seen a judge do that. I have never seen them go over the entire record of what happened at the last hearing before they start the next hearing. And I mean, he would plaintiff's attorney told me that he had a medical problem and that he couldn't, and that he had to be at the doctor. I had no idea if that was true. And he never told me on the calendar that it was true, but that's what happened. And then he would just go on and on and on. I've never heard a judge do this. Judges always, they open up court and they go, we're here on the matter of case number, blah, blah, blah. It's your motion, counselor. Let's go.
Well, they assume you're caught up. I mean, why would you sit down and lecture the people that they are the case? Of course they know where you're at.
Because he has that, because he's in love with his own voice. What he needs is a podcast. He needs a microphone and a YouTube channel where he can just get into a microphone and just talk all night, because that's what he wants. He wants people to hear him talk. Well, then he shouldn't be on a judge's bench, because it's not about you. It's about the people in front of you. And it's about listening to the lawyers in each and just calling balls and strikes. He was just awful. God, I hated him. This is bringing up a lot of memories for me.
He just knew everything when it came up. He already knew how how everything had been decided on before. He'd seen everything before. He knew about everything, and he knew what everything was coming, except of course him being disqualified. He didn't see it.
I also liked that he was whenever Josh Silverman was talking, he was taking notes, and then as soon as Randy would start talking, he would put his pen down and get ready to fight. Do you ever notice?
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep.
He was just
Oh
ready to
man.
fight.
See, that's what I'm like, man, we need to watch those again because they were funny.
They were
looking
funny.
back, they were very annoying in the moment because it was like, there's no way, they took away like the thing that blows my mind between Ohio and Florida. Jeremy Hale's lost his ability to keep and carry, which again, you've got all these crazy people. Meanwhile, with Ohio, these people get hit and they don't lose their ability to carry,
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 11 months, Jeremy couldn't defend himself with a weapon.
And you got a guy that's been making threats to, you're going to see something go pow.
A guy who brandished a gun at him.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. Unreal. All right, let's see. On August 27th, Judge ThATuMBRELLA has granted a motion to disqualify himself in the case, which involved the same parties as the current case for which the court can take judicial notice. Given the history of ex parte communications with defendant Preston, the previous disqualification in a related case, and the issuance of a writ of prohibition by the First District Court of Appeal, plaintiffs have a well-founded. That was close.
Very close. What's funny is you weren't just one letter off, but you were one letter separated, F and G. So
Yep. True.
That's amazing.
True.
Wow.
That was
one letter with one letter done. That's amazing. Fear that they will not receive a fair and impartial trial if Judge ThATuMBRELLA presides over the case. So wherefore, again, the plaintiff having met all qualifications for bringing this motion, respectfully requests that Judge Craig T. ThATuMBRELLA disqualify himself from proceeding further in this cause, and that another judge be assigned to this case, together with any further relief this court deems just and equitable. And again, we got our certificate of good faith and all that wonderful stuff, of course, you've seen those before. So there's nothing. Yes. It wasn't written by Bruce, so we probably don't have to check that out. That part. If it's written by Bruce, God knows what's going to be in it.
You have to check everything.
Oh my God! You know what this means, though? If this case moves forward and everything, we get motions by Bruce again. I hope he'll have a lawyer.
No, he'll hire a lawyer, but he'll probably write the most. That's true.
He'll still write them.
He will. That's also true.
Oh my God, Bruce, I've missed you.
Please don't say that. It's like calling Beetlejuice.
I've missed you. Well, that's the weird thing, with Beetlejuice, you say not to say their name 3 times, and yet we Bruce all the time. So
ugh.
Maybe that's the problem.
I feel like he's never gonna go away. Shizzy found something interesting the other night that I had never looked at, but in the lawsuit against Larry, apparently there are emails, Bruce's first communications with Larry, and it shows that he was telling him he wanted to come on the show, and he didn't think that Judge ThATuMBRELLA was doing a good job, and he was all against Judge ThATuMBRELLA, which is weird because he criticized us for being critical of Judge ThATuMBRELLA. Yeah. Oh, remember, he said we were disparaging a judge,
which is funny.
Well, he told Larry a different story.
So he was disparaging the same judge. That's amazing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I haven't read them yet. I just tuned in while he was kind of discussing it, and I need to go back and read those emails because they sound amazing.
God, dude, this is so funny. There's now, as people will rightly notice too, there are more motions that came up today. There was a motion from Stupid Dave, and Stupid Dave, I'll probably go over that tomorrow. That'll probably be the thing for tomorrow. Tonight, I don't want to read a Stupid Dave motion.
It's today. Really stupid too. It's really dumb.
Well, it's interesting. We'll save it for tomorrow. Like I said, let's pick out some wonderful entries from the chicken skin. Let's see.
Yes. Who wants to hear chicken skin for the soul?
Would people like to hear about Germany cricket?
I like
Oh.
Germany cricket.
I like that. I like that name, Germany cricket. I don't know who came up instead of Jiminy. They came up with Germany. I was like, that's pretty good, Germany cricket. I really like that. So I think we can go that way, or we can get into chapters like, I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer, and that way I do want to talk about what's the brand new stuff that's happened. You know how that fits in.
That would also be funny. Now I don't know what to choose.
God, there's so much goodness. I'm telling you, like all of this is let's do the lawyer, I think, first.
All right.
And then we'll see what's there. Let's do it.
Okay.
I love this freaking thing. Now, again, I need to give this all a good steam cleaning, go through and reread. This is pretty complete as a draft. I think I'm done. I mean, you can see there's almost 15,000 words over 73 pages through this sucker. It's not like it was, it wasn't like it was a small task. That's quite a bit to throw in, considering the way it's written like this, it's all pretty much meat. There's no bone in it. Look at those little chicken's legs. That's the only bones that you see in there. But this is, Your Honor, I object to mediocrity. Yes, and again, this is from Chicken Skin of the Soul. They say everyone has a calling. Some find theirs in medicine, some in teaching. Me, I found mine in yelling, objection! I plead the fifth into a webcam at 9:15 p.m. nightly while shrouded in AI and self-righteousness. I'd bang my fist like a gavel and yell sustained at my reflection for moral support. And that's when I knew I was born to practice law. God, that hits you right right in the fat. The revelation of legal genius. It all started during a live stream trial. I was multitasking. I was eating, tweeting, and judging everyone equally. Some more equally than others, mind you. Well, when it hit me, these lawyers, they don't even sound confident. I could do this better. I didn't understand all the terms, but I felt them. Every motion sustained vibrated in my spirit. Every cross-examination whispered, that could be you, baby. And just like that, a dream was born. Now, not to attend law school, obviously, but to identify as law adjacent. My legal education. Now, I've never been to court, but I've been in plenty of comment sections. Now, of course, this person may or may not lie sometimes. So, never been to court. True. Okay. Wink, wink. Maybe that needs a wink, wink anyway.
Yeah. That could use a wink, wink.
Maybe
what about all those evictions?
Wink, wink. There we go. But I've been in plenty of comment sections. And frankly, that's the same thing. I mean, courts, they have objection. I troll. Courts, they have evidence. I fake receipts. I started studying, quote unquote, the law the way modern scholars do, by watching legal YouTube streams at 1.25 speed and interrupting the chats with, as someone who basically passed the bar, that's cap. Yeah. Then one night, someone said the line that changed everything. Girl, the only bar you can pass is the salad bar. Now, I took that personally. So I went right up to that salad bar. I walked right up, filled it with chicken skin. I wasn't going to pass it, but I failed a few times. But hey, every lettuce leaf is just a diploma that didn't wilt. That's right. It's so dumb. Oh, I gotta get a drink. I love writing from this style. It's so asinine. The summons of destiny. Now, I always said the universe rewards confidence. So imagine my delight when a process server knocked on my door one morning, holding destiny. Well, a summons, but the same vibe. I was being sued. $4 million. Tortious interference, the paper said. I misread it as torches interference, which honestly makes more sense. I burn plenty of bridges, and I interfere magnificently. They claim I profited off, quote, harassing and damaging someone's business reputation. Which, sure, I mean, sounds bad, but let's not forget, I helped that
Sounds
person.
bad. Yeah.
I mean, I helped them, though. I gave them exposure. And just like with that family I raised money for, my help just happened to ruin their life. But hey, you know, growth, it always comes with casualties. I mean, it happens. So pro se, pro star, the pre-trial edition. Now, most people, when sued for $4 million, they panic. I celebrated. Finally, recognition. I represented myself, of course. I'm going to represent myself. Pro se, baby. That's right. Wait a minute. This is not rolling down. Crap, it's sticking. Give me a second. Good God, give me a second here. It's give me I'm gonna have to reload it. It's oh God. It's turning on me. Give me 1 minute.
That's weird.
All right. Yeah. Well, no, it's just computer acting up. It's being awful. I've got another tower situated where I can finally take everything over. I've backed up everything, but this computer's dying. It's dying here. So don't worry about it if something kicks out. Give me 1 second. Right,
that's no good.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anyway. Like I say, it's one I've already planned for, you know.
Yeah.
So
like my car.
You know.
I knew it was coming.
There we go. God, I hate that though. I hate it when stuff happens like that.
Yeah.
Crap. It's airing out my area. I may have to read another area after that. We didn't finish
That's
that
so
one, but I may have to read it. Yeah, it's airing out that area though.
That's very strange.
Well, it happens, man. You know, I did these in sections, you know, and I've saved them in sections too. And then I've got a combined one, but anyway, that gives you a flow for that. Maybe I'll post that whole one later or something, you know.
Yeah, you could do that if it reloads properly.
Yeah,
it's
I can
annoying.
get another one to reload. Let's do man, I was having fun with that too.
I know, I was too.
I tell you, they're good. This thing has come out really well. I enjoy it. We have the fundraiser or how to ruin your biggest donor. I think that one's a good one too.
How to ruin that might be interesting.
Yeah. The case of the vanishing $1,300. That's pretty awesome, you know. Actually, let's you know what? We also have an acknowledgement section, you know, where she of course acknowledges herself because I mean,
of course, because
who else would
why
be
not?
Responsible for this?
Of course.
I'm trying to find the section because again, this thing is being stupid. So I'm gonna pull up another section. This is the well, you'll recognize this section. You may recognize it. I pulled it up on a different thing too. I've got it on my phone too, where this one I can actually read if it conks out on me. So this is called "Never Let a Good Controversy Go to Waste," because attention is the purest form of prayer. Yeah. Now the revelation of reputation. They say bad press is still press. Me, I say bad press is foreplay. Never builds trust faster than suspicion, and no scandal is complete without a villain, preferably one you've already invented. Whenever my name comes up, I don't panic. I purr and coughs. Purr, baby. I'm a kitty cat. No. The teacher and the stalker. Now, our lesson today, it begins, as all great parables do, with a woman who uploaded her classroom to the internet. A dozen or so videos, students in frame, voices captured, full channel, the works. Now, the school allegedly, they received a phone call and a few emails about this. So naturally, I reported it as full-scale school lockdown, entire district shut down, 3,000 students denied education by the stalker. That's actually that's very real to life.
Yes, of course. That makes perfect sense. Yes.
I also added the police and the FBI are investigating, which is technically true if you count a self-report as an international incident. You see, Context, it's for quitters. Drama is for prophets. And you've heard my songs. I'm an entire religion, baby. Oh, that's true. Now, the art of holy omission. Now, of course, I didn't mention that my quote-unquote victim friend was currently being sued for harassment, or that she filed her own fake lawsuits against, well, what felt like half the country, or that she had written fake obituaries, and we'd blamed them on someone else. When she later admitted to it publicly, I called that healing transparency. Because if you shift your lies fast enough on the stream, I'm sure no one notices. My job isn't to report the truth anyhow. It's to curate it, to prune it like a bonsai of chaos until it spells sympathy. That's right.
Bonsai of chaos.
The live stream of righteous chaos. So, our stream started like every other. Dim lighting, emotional support candles, 3 Diet Dr. Peppers that really aren't diet, but hey. And apparently lack of mental health medication. The headline reads, "The truth about the stalker exposed." Now, within minutes, hundreds of people were watching, which I need since, my issues. Yeah, not going into those, but my issues, which are covered, like the fundraisers and stuff. They're already covered in the book. Totally not her fault, of course. Not my fault, of course.
Never.
After an AI bait and switch beginning, I leaned close to the camera, whispering, "This is serious, friends. An entire district was shut down. 3,000 children denied education because of one deranged stalker." Now in chat, someone they typed, wait, didn't the principal deny this? I smiled. I was like, "You're not vetting your sources properly." Then I yelled louder, "Vet your sources."
Vet your shit. Vet your shit.
They again mentioned there was an email. So I did what any good journalist did. I doubled down. "That's fake. Never watch them. Never believe them. You never even think about them." Now the chat exploded. Now, my followers, of course, they flood the comments with halos, chicken leg emojis, and "Stay strong, queens." I slurped some chicken skin, feeling smug. Now, as more questions landed, I coughed dramatically. The universal sign for change, for topic change. Yes. "Oh, look, someone's attacking the chat. Mods, remove the distraction energy." Now, I didn't mention they were probably backers, as you have to be subscribed for 3 to 5 business days to comment. That is very true, by the way.
They're just banning their own listeners.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually the truth. If you look at the settings, they require, so they used to require a month, but they would be like, "Those people over there, they're flooding it with they're the haters." And it's like, how in the world would the haters, they planned this for a month? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Now, filling an opening, I leaned in again. "You see, this is what I mean by infiltration. They want you to lose faith, to not be a warrior." But this isn't about facts. It's about fellowship. That's right. I continued. Now remember, we're writing faith in invisible ink. And if you can't see it, it's not because it's fake. It's because you're not ready yet. That's right. Now I coughed again, harder. The mic pops. Technical interference. The stalker, he hates clarity. That's right. Got to blame the stalker, right?
Of course.
For mic pops. More donations roll in. And the truth, it's scrolled away. Now the blowback, also known as revival. Now critics, of course, made response videos. I reacted to each one, pretending I never seen them, coughing between insults, reading their usernames wrong on purpose. Who even is that an evidence guy? That's a bot. It's definitely a bot. My followers spammed hearts and halos. They, of course, drown out the truth with devotion. And when the real story breaks and my stalker narrative unravels, I simply plan to update the headline with "Authorities cover up for abuser, my exclusive investigation." Because, of course, they do. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Man, see, isn't that beautiful? Then we always have our tips, our fake tips for crises, and we have our greased up affirmations, because they got to be, you got to
I
affirm
am
yourself.
not deceitful. I am devoted to narrative integrity.
Huh?
I am not spinning. I am sermonizing. I am not avoiding accountability. I am preserving mystery. It's funny.
I love them. May every controversy trend, every critic self-destruct, and every fact dissolve gracefully in the fire of faith. It's good stuff,
Perfect.
man. Let's do one more. One more. Since people, I also want the laugh for the day. I want the one about the donor.
I bet that one's funny.
Oh man, God, I can't believe, like, when I went through here, it was like, man, all the stuff that's happened. This is only like the tip of that proverbial iceberg. I put a chapter in about golf cart and loofahs too, of course, because
speaking of golf carts and loofahs, I was watching Lauren Nighty's stream the other night, and Bruce was in the chat, and he was still trying to get Lauren's attention on this. And Bruce from Oregon pipes up and goes, I just can't keep up with that Hale's content. I don't even know what color loofah to buy. I about died.
I don't know what color loofah
I don't even know what color loofah I should buy. It was so funny.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's I don't know how you would keep up with that, honestly. I don't
Bruce
think
from Oregon he's a very good troll.
That is funny though. That is very on the spot too. All right, one more. We'll do how to ruin your biggest donor. Because gratitude has an expiration date. Now they say to never bite the hand that feeds you. Now I say nibble, chew, even slurp it like chicken skin. And of course, live stream it. Always live stream it, because no good deed goes unpunished, especially when you're the one cashing the check. That's right. Now the donor of destiny. Oh, yes, the donor, the one whose generosity became my greatest content arc. He dropped $56,000 in a series of glorious donations. It was a miracle, an act of faith, and a new laptop all at once, allegedly. For weeks, I called him our angel investor in humanity. And they did, funny enough, call him their angel investor. They really did.
They did.
Yeah, but then he started asking questions, dangerous ones. Who's handling the funds? Where's the family's update? Why is there a man with a record listed as part of your team? I mean, honestly, the nerve. You help someone help someone else help themselves. That's me. And suddenly they want transparency. Double gross. That's right. It's not gross. It's double gross. The nerve, the downfall of generosity. Now, at first, I tried patience. I explained that the money wasn't gone. It was simply, quote, circulating in active compassion. That's right. Our community, exactly, is like a body, and he is the heart. They must pump, pump that wallet. Now,
over and over and over again.
Yep. He's got to keep the body going, right? Keep it alive. Now, when he disagreed, I realized that he was spiritually constipated. So, like any responsible adult with an internet connection, I did what I had to do. I went live and chastised him. I don't normally expose people, I said, scrolling through his chat messages, but this man is trying to gatekeep empathy. Then I showed his profile picture and said, tell me that's not the face of deceit. Yeah, exactly. Now the chat, of course, they erupt. People spam broken heart emojis. They send $20 justice donations. And in that moment, I knew I had healed something. Probably not him, but definitely my PayPal.
Not him. Not him.
Yep. Not him. We're not trying to heal him. No, the chat made him villain of the month. People spammed how dare he emojis. Well, I dapped fake tears and whispered, I can't believe someone I helped would hurt me like this. Then, of course, I denied doing this. How dare he try to make me look like the baddie. See, that's not negative. That's called positive reframing, sweetie. You need to look that up. That's right. Positive reframing.
Positive reframing. Yeah. That's a
The
big
community
deal.
version. Yeah, for real. I mean, you're not lying. You're just positively reframing the truth.
Yes.
There you go. Now, once the drama started, I went into overdrive. I mentioned him on every stream. At first, it was subtle, a passing sigh, wistful. Some people just don't understand giving. Then it became performance art. He was my biggest supporter until greed consumed him. Forgiveness is hard, but I'll do it if he donates again. Oh, yeah. Now, viewers, they ate it up like popcorn chicken. Every night, I find a way to bring him up, sometimes 75 times per stream. Repetition, it doesn't reinforce truth. It breeds it. Now, when people, they ask why he'd been banned, I told them he broke community trust. What I meant was he asked for proof. That's right. Now the forgiveness tour. Now, months later, I launched my Forgive and Forget If You Resubscribe campaign. Every live stream opened with a new mantra. I forgive everyone, especially those who once gave large sums and may again. Now, it wasn't pretty. It was spiritual marketing. I'd light a cigarette, have my AR avatar look into the camera and say, I'm praying for him. If he's watching, I'll release you. Unless you still have those receipts. That's right. Oh, man. Now, the loss of legacy. Now, I tell this story like a parable. Once there was a generous man who lost his way. He questioned a prophet. That's right, prophet. He doubted the divine accounting, and thus he was unfollowed. It's beautiful, really. A redemption arc that never redeems anyone but me. Sometimes I still mention him on the daily on the stream, purely out of quote unquote closure. Sometimes I forgive him publicly, then revoke it mid-sentence for engagement. And sometimes, when the donations are slow, I whisper his name like Beetlejuice. Yeah, it's beautiful. Got to have your tips, though. Got your tips. Turn every benefactor into a villain. Villains get better thumbnails. That's right. Forgiveness is free marketing. Withhold it strategically. If someone demands proof, say you're protecting their privacy. That's we've seen.
Yes.
The block button is the modern confessional. That's kind of true. And remember, they didn't pull support. They failed the test. That's right. And then, of course, you get your affirmations. I'm not ungrateful. I'm narratively liberated. I'm not vindictive. I'm committed to closure as content. And I'm not obsessive. I'm thorough. May every donor be remembered. May every betrayal trend. And may every block be blessed. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. We have a whole I mean, this is amazing there. We have so many wonderful things. Like I said, that
Very funny. I love
I
it.
feel like we've, it's only the tip of that proverbial iceberg, though, because there's so much that these people have done. It's crazy. Hey, can you hold it down for like 2 minutes? I got to grab some real fast.
Sure. All right, chat. How'd you like the chicken skin for the soulless? I still think it should be called chicken skin for the soulless. I think on Monday, I am going to go over the stuff I didn't even get to for lips. I have so much, you guys. There was so much more that I didn't even get to. So I think we'll go over that on Monday. There are some text messages and things that you are just not even going to believe. And I think it needs to be out there. Also, I may start looking at the actual timeline because that's another thing that she keeps lying about. She's lying about how these things happened. I proved for beyond a shadow of a doubt. She, when she sits around whining, I don't know Jeremy Hales. I've never talked to this man. I don't know him. I don't have anything to do with him. It's a lie. May 15th, Jeremy Hales had never said her name, didn't know who she was, and she was in his inbox sending him creepy sounding emails that sounded like, and videos, which sounded like, oh my God, here we go again, another stalker. And so her argument that this man is stalking her, it fails immediately because of that. So
forgot to show you
we'll hit
something.
more of that on Monday.
I forgot to show you something really funny. It'll be the last
Okay.
thing. It's short, but you'll want to grab it. Remember, I told you about something really funny happened with Marla, and it happened the other day. I got a
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good laugh out of it because Marla, as far as the Leslie thing, was trying to tell us that we were all too stupid to be commenting on it, right? Leslie's our superior, but being Marla, she screwed that up. She said, may I point out that the majority of the ones going after Leslie's intelligence could pass chemistry, much less teach it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, so that means we could pass it and we could teach.
then.
That's amazing.
And we could
Okay.
teach it. Amazing.
Yeah,
I didn't think I could. I said very clearly I didn't think I could, but Marla thinks I can.
Mhm.
Maybe I could.
Marla, man, she's in there cheering you on. She's like, all these people may be right about something there, because they all
Yeah.
should be chemistry teachers too. That was
Yeah,
nice
so
of her,
apparently, you know what I found out? I found out that there is such a shortage of chemistry and science teachers that they're desperate all over the country for these types of people who can. So anybody who can teach it, anyone who's had basically college level chemistry or science classes are qualified to teach in certain states like Florida, and they're desperate for it. They have such a shortage. I think the particular high school where she is actually has been without a chemistry teacher for over a year.
That would explain a lot of things that have gone on.
Yeah, I would explain why they were so, in need of somebody that they would hire her without much, background checking.
We'll say baggage is the good word, but a lot of baggage. All right. I'm going to hit some supers. Are you sticking or are you out?
No, I'm going to go. I was too tired to go eat dinner, so I'm going to go find something to eat. So
Okay.
I will see you guys. Take care.
All righty, folks. This is a 1 minute here. Let me pull up my. Okay, there we go. All right, let's begin, folks. And thank you all. I hope you enjoyed Chicken Skin. I apologize for the the one chapter decided it was going to error out, and I had it saved, like I said, between multiple files. But I was like, well, it went good until it errored out there. But the others, I thought they'd come out pretty good. So I figure I got to roll through it again, and then. Yeah. Yes, Mary, like Patrick Stewart is 85. It's amazing, isn't it? Jack's mom. What's up, Jack's mom? How you doing? Thank you, by the way, for that gifted membership there. Thank you very much, Jack's mom. Appreciate you. Carolyn, thanks for the 9 months. Appreciate you. Love you both as you tell the truth. All this crap. Indeed. Indeed. It is a crazy, crazy narrative to look through too, isn't it? Fallen Hero, thank you for the 5. What's up, man? Appreciate you, by the way. And good night, everyone. Going to listen while falling asleep. That's the best way to go, my friend. Yeah, like I said, too, there was the Dave stuff, the brand new Dave stuff. It's something, but I think we'll do it tomorrow. I wanted it by itself. Self-contained. Jenny, what's up? Thank you for 3 months. Hey, thugs. Well, hey there to you. I hope you're doing great. Spitting Doctor, what's up, my friend? I hope you're doing well, too. It's good to see you. Thanks for the 10. I'm from Oklahoma. I can do a better British accent than Lips. Indeed, man. Indeed. I was just like, wow, that's pretty awful. What I wonder is how many people in her life with that, they sat around and they humored it, and when you're doing something like that too, why are people humoring it? Why are they humoring it? Oh, no. Yes. Hey, what you doing? Oh, you're not speaking. Okay. No, is it dead? All right, I'll plug it up. Okay. Here, give me a kiss on the cheek. All right, go upstairs. Go have fun. Okay. What's that mean? I don't know what that means. You'll have to use words. I can't understand you.
I lost my milk. I'm going to check for it.
Oh, didn't you take it in the big room in there? Didn't you take it up there to use?
Yeah, but Let's go check her room and
No.
I'll go check mine.
Well, you go check your room, and the sissy could probably help you too. She might be able to help. You know, she could turn your stuff on for sleep. She could turn it on anyway with her phone. Yeah.
Wait, that's texted you.
Oh yeah, I see that. I see that.
Shower curtain came up. Hale.
Yeah. The shower rod came down. It does that sometimes. If people have grabbed on it, I'll put it back up after this. Okay, it's okay. You just tell her it's okay. All right.
I'll call her to tell her tomorrow we have. Oh, tonight I usually always sleep with my TV on. It helps me sleep sometimes, so I don't stay up really late. Watch it on my phone.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, tell Sissy to cut it on with the
phone.
Yeah. All right, love you. Close the door. All right. It's funny. She was being quiet. She was she was trying to pretend she wasn't here. So she came down and she was like, shh. She shushed me like, don't tell anybody I'm here. But she kept making motions like she was trying to talk with her. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't speak pointing, And she was trying to. Oh, she's so funny. She was trying to make words without, with just rudimentary pointing here and there. But yeah, the oldest, she sent me a text. She was like, the shower rod fell on me while I was getting in the shower. She's like, why does this stuff happen to me? It's hilarious. I'm like, well, I'll fix that. Hey, what's up? I have my favorites. Thanks for the vibe there. Yes, ye old good tire fun. Indeed. And thank you, by the way. Thank you. Appreciate that. Maybe not. What's up? Maybe not. Thank you there. Did I hear a goal? Indeed. And thank you all. I appreciate it. We did. Obviously, we did that. I've liked going over that stuff. I think, like I said, I think Chicken Skin for the Soul has been fun to write. What's really weird is when I'm sitting there writing out something, there's so many events that have happened. Like most people wouldn't believe the crazy and the chaos that has come with this entire ordeal. It's too unreal. Joan, thank you for that super sticker, by the way. Thank you, Joan. That is awesome. Appreciate that. Loving your Garbage Hills kid. It looks good. Bonnie, thanks for the 2. Ye old tire fun. Oh, thank you for that. Got to get the ye old tire back on the road. Becky, thanks for the 10 to help with your crazy day. Thank you. I tell you, it was crazy enough. When I came in, I was like, man, I'm not going to stream. That's what I told myself. I was like, I'm not. But I was like, no, I think I'm going to. It probably put me in a better mood. But at first I was like, man, I'm just going to roll up, like turn an electric blanket on or something and forget the day happened, pretend nothing happened on the day. It's like, nah, that won't fix anything. Chris, thanks for the tire. That's right. Thank you. It sounds like Chris, get it for the tire. Let's liberate it. Thank you, Chris. Turd of Hurls, thanks for the 10 there. Be prepared. Rubber repair. LOL. That sounds just like another subject. That's hilarious. Doriel, thanks for the super chat there. I'm changing all 4 tires tomorrow to winter tires. We don't have really winter tires here. That's a funny thing I was telling Megan about. We get like just a little bit of snow. I'm talking about dustings, and we start having like pileups and wrecks and everything else. People do not know how to drive here in any inclement weather. I'm talking about, again, a dusting of snow, not real snow, dusting of snow that will shut down interstates. Sometimes it creates chaos, but we don't have people like there's not enough need for snow tires throughout the year, but it really creates some chaos when you have 1 or 2 of those days. Every few years we'll have one that's like, it's pretty bad and nobody has any kind of equipment for it. So appreciate that. I've never really driven on I used to go out. We would get well, we get little ice storms sometimes, and I would go. One of my friends owned a junkyard, and this was back when I was a teenager, and teenagers are indestructible. They do many dumb things. I would get a car. At the time, we would go down to the state sales, like the state itself, like the state of Tennessee. They used to sell cars, and nowadays, everybody's trying to grab, a money grab on anything. So people overbid stuff. But back in the day, you could buy like an old police car for a couple $100. That's all it was. So if you ever needed a car, you could get one. And as long as you were careful, the state, they do some jacked up stuff. They sell you, a car with a transmission full of sawdust or something if you're not careful. So it looks like it'll shift, but it's all jacked up. But as long as you know what you're looking for, you can get a good car. So we would take those, and when we know it's snow, I'd take one of those home, and I'd go out and I'd drive through areas, that of course they wouldn't have people in them, but it would be the most insane driving. And if you accidentally slid off in a ditch or something, who cared? It was a replaceable junk car. So just do many dumb things, very many dumb things. I look back and think, my Lord, that was very dumb. Sheila, thanks for the tip there for the tire fund. I hope it helps. It does, and thank you. I appreciate you. Brazilla, thanks for the 5. I'm tired. Yes, indeed. I am tired too, so to speak. Indeed, very. Very much. Esha, thanks for the 20 there. Breadstick or chicken skin money? Chicken skin money. Hey, what's up, kiddo? What is that you have? Is that fake ramen?
Yes.
Is that what that is? That's
Yeah.
weird looking.
Yeah, looks like actual ramen.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Did you pull some of it out of the bowl or something? Is that
No,
missing some? It looks like somebody pulled some of it out.
maybe it was like that. Maybe.
I think you pulled some out here. Can you say that? Can you go chicken skin money?
Chicken skin money.
Chicken skin money.
Chicken skin money.
Can you sound it like you're? That's good. Can you say it like you're at a rock concert? Chicken skin money.
Maybe next live stream.
Maybe next live stream you'll do that there. All right,
Yeah.
that's good. You did pretty
Because the new people always need to hear
that. They do. They need to hear about chicken skin money.
And I love Floofy Cat.
No, you love the Floofy Cat. Yeah, the Floofy Cat was at the last live stream, by the way, and said hello, by the way. Yeah, that was very nice, huh? All right. Well, hey, go upstairs so I can get through these. What is that? I don't know what that means.
Huh.
Huh?
The remote phones app wouldn't work.
Oh, I don't know. It may be bedtime then. I'll look at it when I finish, okay? I'll look at it later. But really what you need to do is find your remote, Ultimately, you should go find that. All right?
Tomorrow.
That's fine. Well, we can look for it tomorrow.
Mom's going to help and Stitch is going to help.
Yeah. Well,
we have 3 people helping.
all right.
If you want to help, we have 4.
Well, you
And 5 for you.
yeah, but you need to 5. Where'd you get 5?
Because of me, I'm helping looking.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
If you want to join you, we will have 5, okay?
Oh, okay. All right. Love you.
Love you too.
We're adding extra people that aren't in the home. I was like, wait a minute. How's that working? You know where you're getting all these numbers from. Anyway, thank you, Ash Shine. We got some chicken skin money from the little one. That was funny. Emmy, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Emmy. That is awesome of you and much appreciated. Thank you. And again, I'm telling you, every time your Muppet just looks like so many of the Muppets and the Garbage House Kids, they look so just funny and calm and happy. I love that, Allie, thanks for the 2 for tire sanitizer. Indeed. I mean, after that, we got the rubber repair and the tire. That was really weird. I was like, that homeless again, there are a lot of people out there. There are a lot of homeless people that are mentally ill, very mentally ill, and some of them. Sometimes it's interesting. Usually I don't even bat an eye at it. It's funny, like what becomes normalized too. With I had a guy that was really mentally ill. He wandered into Big Lots over here. We have a few. Even every town has them. It doesn't matter how small or large. You still have people that especially small towns. Sometimes they don't. I don't have any facility or anything to deal adequately with someone that's extremely mentally ill. But this guy wanders into a Big Lot and he's having a crisis. So I was checking out, and I went and talked to him, calmed it down, and it was so strange to watch all the other people in the place that they seemed so terrified of this person. And I mean, I can understand why, but at the same time, it's just a person trying to figure out how to communicate. They were having an issue. They were having a crisis, and they were having issues communicating, because words weren't coming to them correctly. And I mean, I felt terrible for them. But afterwards, the manager there came up. It was like, hey, we didn't know how to do with that. Thank you. And I was like, you just deal with it like the person's a person. It's not very difficult. But it's just it was really wild to see so many people that are just scared of these. I mean, there are dangerous people every now and then, granted. But like a guy that's wanting to have relations with my tire, yeah. Maybe dangerous for my tire. Maybe he was just trying to pump it up. I don't know. Anyway, Adair, what's up, man? Thank you. Drop the super sticker, which is awesome. And they're 20 there. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Surprise. Love that Muppet, man. Number one cat whisper. Thanks for the 4 there to help an off day seem a little smoother. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm hoping the off dayness gets pushed to the curb too, because I got stuff to do tomorrow. I got doctor's appointments. I got all kinds of stuff. So I don't need that. So thank you. Tim, thanks for the 5. Is she even allowed to fundraise where bankruptcy is active, especially that amount of money? Well, I mean, it's a good question. I actually don't know. I thought, well, they're talking about legal representation, ongoing cases. I think if you're taking money, you'd have to. I think you'd have to report everything, no matter what. But that question, I don't really know. I've never had the audacity to do the kind of things that these people do. Like when I filed bankruptcy, I did my best to be as transparent as possible. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't trying to hide or withhold anything. I listed things, even if I wasn't supposed to. I didn't have a lot to list. I had at the time I was bankrupted. I sold everything I could to help out. So with these people, it must be a luxury to be at the point where you're like, I'm busted out, but I have all this stuff I'm going to hide, or it belongs to my 501c3. It must be a luxury to be able to claim that. Such a strange thing, such a strange thing. But yeah, I do wonder. I don't know the rules specifically to that. Just Jay, thanks for the 5 there. Let's start a fundraiser. Indeed. Wendy, thanks for the 2. Waiting for John to kick her out of the camper. Yeah, I have wondered about this. Okay, I've been thinking about something, and you just follow me with this. Again, a few things have to happen, but already we've seen the camper and her pushed off to the side, right? There's no more. She's like, whew, she's gone, right? Then after they get the new camper in, it belongs 100% to John, right? So that camper, like I said, her old camper, she's out of there. that's a problem. He owns a domicile. Now, what happens if, let's just take the worst case scenario with the homestead thing. If the land ends up in jeopardy and there's two owners with stuff, what happens when? What happens when she loses everything? Does she trust John to keep her around? Because that guy was plotting with the people that stole all that money. Like, why would you think that he's going to be like, yeah, you know, now I pretty much, I'm the only one with stuff, therefore. And, you know, she can make the argument, well, if we need combined incomes, but at the same time, I mean, it might not take that much money to et tu brute, you know, her. She might be like, oh no, Julius Seizure might get her. Anyway, Wendy, thanks for the 2. Yeah, thank you again. I appreciate that. Andre, thanks for the 2 here. Hey, Tug, Megan, for the new rubber for your car. Sexy. That's sexy branded. Tim, thanks for the 5. Lynette will be announcing the fundraiser from the cornfield of Hale tomorrow. You know, it's really funny. That like brings back memories. I knew people. If you took away the lady that was like really pretty in Hale, yeah, I knew a lot of rubes like those, you know, those crazy guys. And I actually worked one year with some people that looked like Hee-Haw cast. You know, it was so bizarre. One year I cut and hung tobacco. Backy, as they would call it. When we went out, that's some hard work, by the way. Woo, man, that was not fun. But we cut it, staked it, hung it, you know, which, like I said, was a lot of work. But those guys, they did. They remind me of the cast of Hale. It was interesting, you know, not being a jerk about it. They were crazy. And they were every stereotype you would think of. If you think about like a quote unquote bumpkin, you know, moonshine, drunk, cornered out. Next day, they could work though. Whoo, man. Oh, green veggie beast. Thank you for the 5. There's no ramen money. Heck, ramen would be an upgrade. But here's dirt money. Well, thank you. I hope things really are going okay for you, though. You know, when I see that, I've had a lot of people like with all the crazy stuff that happened with government recently. You know, people that were stressed out. You know, around here, we've actually we've tried to help out people. Pointing them to different places that can help. The churches, like the church my mom and them are attached to, like they were in overdrive trying to help people. It's been a stressful little time there. So I hope things get back to normal for folks. Appreciate you. Star, what's up, Star? Thanks for the 6 months there. Wow, 6 months. I know it. Time flies when you're covering crazy, you know, doesn't it? Kathy, thanks for the 25. I like it's 25 there. Thank you, Kathy. That's awesome. I love it actually. I thank you, Kathy, for real. It's been a wild day, and thank all you folks. I appreciate you. Pickled Tink, thanks for the 13 months. Wow, 30 months. I know it's crazy, isn't it? Glad to have found you. The laughs are wonderful. Well, I appreciate it. I'm laughing now too, so my day has been better. You know, I'm glad we sat down. We read some chicken skin, by the way. I am absolutely glad that we did that because I love the dramatic reads. They're a lot of fun. They put me in a better mood. Lily, 27 months. That's awesome. Love to you both. Well, love returned. Thank you. Rusty Ray Hibbs. Hey, what's up, Rusty Ray Hibbs? Lord and Master Gozer. Oh, man, Gozer the Gozerian, right? That's why she kept Lloyd's freezer. Gozer was instructing her from within. Oh, my gosh. That would be hilarious. I wish she would say that. Like in a court depot, if she said that, I'd be like, oh man, you know. MaxLab, thanks for the tip. It takes a few minutes to become a YouTuber or creator on YouTuber. You know, here's the thing, MaxLab. You'll figure out what you want to do and be. There's certain rules too. All right, you need to remember certain things. Like for example, if you have a live stream, this is one to always remember. If you have a live stream and you're like, I don't want that anymore. Don't delete it. Just unlist it because it takes it away from your attempt to monetize. So anything like that, don't delete content. That's a rule. I didn't realize it would take the numbers away from your channel. You'll find yourself in who you want to be, how you want to present over time. Some people, anybody that's just right on it, they either have an idea of how to do this thing. They may have some background in something that relates to it, or you get those industry plans, those crazy ones. But yeah, I mean, you can do it fast. You can set up fast. It just takes time to find yourself and what you want to do or be on the microphone. But I mean, you're lucky in the fact that you have something that you'll want to talk about. You already do. You're already pulling documents. Why not list them? Why not, put stuff up? I thought your idea about putting them up where people can see them and stuff, it's good. Heck, for time or anything, you could even take the document, put it in AI and have it read it, whatever. You could do something like that. Hey. DTG, I mean, just whatever. But man, yeah, I think it's a good thing. I think you can be successful if you want it. You have to want it, though. It's one thing. It is work. DTG, thanks for the year here. Thank you. She could be a content creator and live off of hate watchers for quite a while. That's right. Call it dark side LMNOP. That's true. She very much could. Hey, I hear you coming down. Hey, what's up?
Guess what's in my sleeve?
I don't know. Your remote.
How did you guess it's on my remote?
Oh man, well give me a hug and give me
It works on my TV.
Awesome, you found it. That was very good. No, that was.
I need to find my other sleeve someday if I lose.
Well, still, you went out. Look, you went to find it, and you went through and you completed it. Good job.
I found it in the schoolroom because I was gonna make an art class for you.
Oh, so you put it in the schoolroom? Well, that makes sense that you would take it in the schoolroom.
Yeah, I was making an art class for you, but when I saw it on my mouth to see if it would work on my TV.
All right. Well, hey, why don't you go get some rest because you know what tomorrow is? You know where you're going. Remember?
Oh yeah, you're going to the doctor, and I can go to the
the GG.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, and we sing the night.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love saying the night. It's like I don't have to go back at nighttime.
That's right. So.
Or early in the morning.
I know it's amazing, huh? That's
and
amazing.
I like to fly too. I like you. You put cactus secret I give you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll think about you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, give me a 5. Love you.
I'm going to turn on YouTube.
Okay. Well, turn on whatever, but you need to lay down, okay? You can leave it on if you want to and sleep. All right? Okay. Love you.
Love you too.
Close the door, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. Wake this up here again. Cut it off real quick. I could hear her coming out of the steps. She sounded like she was like right on top of me. Like she gets her voice carries if she wants it to, So, but yeah, DTG. She really could. She actually, like I said, she could make a fortune. I would have for probably for 10%. I would have helped her set up. I would have helped her engage, and if she would have cleared out it's all predicated. Now it's a moot point. This is all a moot point. But one time when we were talking about, we really could have made her a fortune instead of where she's at. And it's sad in its own way because she had this whole setup. She had a dream, and unfortunately she gave that dream up for chasing Jeremy Hales and for the ecosystem. I mean, she, whether she wants to admit it or not, she wants to say that, she didn't have anything to do with certain people, but she kind of did, so she I think she's going to wake up one day. She's going to figure out that all of this stuff, it's led to a really bad conclusion, and she's going to want to sue certain people. I think one of those will be sooner or later. She's going to want to sue a certain lawyer, I think. But by then, it'll be too late. You know, it will be. I hope she looks at everything around her. Really, I mean, she should talk to a real lawyer. Again, you can do free consultations, but ask them about some of the stupid that you've been advised to do and where you're at. Ask them about how Fed won. Don't give them opinions on what you think happened. Give them documents. Have them read it. And ask them if your lawyer was competent. Because I'll assure you that it won't go the way that you've probably been told. Brenda, thanks for the 10. Starting a 4th tire fund. Who buys just 3? That's right. Discount tires usually buy a 3 get 1 free sale. That's true. That is actually very true. Yeah. You don't want 1, they say, is the loneliest number. You know, well, if you got 1 old tire like hanging around, that is a lonely number. Lily, thanks for the 5. They still give because they're misfits looking for a group to belong. It's weird, man. I don't get, after everything and all the questions with Lynette, with Christmas, with all these other issues that have come up about lawyers, 6,000, 1,300, people are still giving those folks donate. Again, not supporting their channel. That's their business, but supporting these fundraisers, which is just insane. It's insane. But yeah, I mean, part of that is part of it's belonging. Some of it's I hate this guy, therefore, and that's strange too. Mostly harmless. Fuzzball, thanks for the 5. She can't get a job. She has to stay at home and take care of a sick kid. That's true. That's what she said. So, you know, she can't trust John to be around her, except when she does. Yeah, I mean, she's said that before. I can't, and then she does. So, I mean, you do hammer a good point there. Oh, so fly. I like that name. It's so good. Oh, so fly. And thanks for the 10. Hey, Tug and Megan. Today's my 39th birthday. My grandniece was born this morning. Also, Tug, thought you'd like to know they just opened Chi-Chi's in Minnesota. That's amazing. That is amazing. You need to go in there and get them to sing a birthday song. See if it's the same. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. And she just wants to say, hey, hey. Let's do your birthday song. That's amazing, man. That's some crazy news. I heard that they were popping up new Chi-Chi's and reopening. And that kind of stunned me, to be honest. I was like, man, we wished it back from the chaos. No, here it is.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
From both of us to you. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
May all your dreams come true.
For sure.
Happy birthday! We love to have you here. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Here's to another year.
Million years. All healthy, good to go, vibrant, monetary success, all of the trimmings. That's it. Million happy birthdays with all of life's trimmings. Love to you, brother. You know, or sister. Actually, I don't know. Brother or sister, I'm not sure. I gotta get again. I saw somebody that was the weirdest conversation. You know how people they try to cancel other words, and people just have to complain about something. But there's this lady that was complaining about how men call other men brother, you know, and said that men don't call ladies sister. I was like, well, that's you know, with men. You'll notice men are pretty basic about there's 2 head nods that men give one another. Usually there's a more formal one, like people nod downward, and then like if it's chin up, that's like, hey, what's up? You know, that you're saying. And then if there's a lot of eye contact or anything else, it's more of it's meant to antagonize. It's pretty simple, man to man. And there's disarming words. Men call other men brother because it's disarming. It's not antagonistic. So I get in that habit. I say it a lot there. Dan Davis, thanks for the 2. Lurking text, watching the Pats versus the Jets. I've watched some, I used to watch a lot of football, and I got so tired of watching, back in the day, some of my favorite games were things like watching the Giants and the 49ers at a 7-3 match where you have Ronnie Lott busting old Mark Bavaro crossing the middle, blows out both his knees. I mean, those were rough games. Football was a rough game back in the day. And some of it feels like arena football now. I used to, not knocking arena football. I loved arena football when we had it around. It's just, if I'm going to have arena football, I want to watch them, use the no out of bounds walls and all that good stuff. But yeah, I've watched some this year. I've watched the little one really likes to watch the Packers because the Packers come on a lot and she likes the colors. So the littlest one, if the Packers are on, she'll be like, let's watch when she says Packers, it doesn't sound nice. It sounds like an insult. It sounds more like she's saying it instead of with an A, with an E. It's kind of funny, but she likes those games. What's up, Natalie? Dropped a $50 super sticker. Thank you, Natalie. That is amazing of you and much appreciated. Thank you, Natalie. William, thanks for the 5. Isn't Judge Grudge supposed to recuse himself by defaulting anyway? Yes, he should be. But, you put in the motion and be like, yo, get out of here. And I actually like it put on record, too, because it's a reminder. It's a reminder to everyone in the courtroom, don't do this. And it's a reminder to Judge Grudge, man. He made the lawyers and he made Jeremy's life miserable. So I love the fact that he has to be reminded of that. He needs to be reminded. He needs to be a little more humble. But yeah, you're right. Yes, he should anyway. Angela, what's up, Angela? How you doing? Thanks for the 20 there. Tire fun, baby. Thank you. Appreciate that. E. Poindexter, thanks for the 5 there. In a life filled with stressful things, hubby and sister with cancer, elderly parents, so on with dementia and other stuff, y'all keep me laughing. Thank you. Check Venmo. Give me 1 second. I appreciate it. I try to keep, life is I found this as human beings. Again, I used to talk to, now I'm not saying in every life, sometimes life is overwhelmingly negative. It can be, and you have to find bright spots, and some people are great at that. But sometimes in life, anyway, we are conditioned to see the negative and to focus on it. And it's hard. It's hard not to. Like for myself, I'm talking about for me. I had to remind myself that if you were imagine yourself in a room, I've said this many times before, but you imagine yourself in a room, say it's filled with everything you've ever wished for, and people were to release a few flies into it. At first you'd be like, yeah, this stuff is all great, but you'd start to notice those flies. And the more you're in there, the more you notice those flies. Now in life, I don't care if there's a fly storm these days. I do try, especially when we're having streams. I try to focus on laughing at the stupid and the positives. So yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate you enjoyed it, and I thank you. Oh wow, thank you. You dropped a hundo too. Thank you for that. Keep the wheels on your bus going round and round. Indeed. Maybe I can keep it with less romantic overtures from certain dishomed individuals. Oh man, maybe not. What's up? Thanks to the 5 there. New avatar. Let me look at that avatar here. Mail me your avatar. I mean, I can't see it really well from the bars cutting it off on here. I want to see it. I do. Man, itty bitty, by the way, that was so messed up. I don't know if people saw all of that stuff. Itty bitty. So the ecosystem tried to say that itty bitty was inappropriately, by the way. They knew that this was not real, but they tried to say that itty bitty was let's just say a lawyer that's been connected to it. I don't want to throw who they were throwing out there, but they wanted to go after, they were using it to go after Randy Shockett. Then they did an article where they put in Randy and this other lawyer. Like I said, I don't connect. They're not active all the time in this, so I don't know. I mean, maybe they don't care if I know them or not, but I need to find that out beforehand. But anyway, they put pictures of kids in this accusation article that they wrote, and they just, I feel like they just picked a random person out of the crowd. They said, this person is this lawyer. Then they doxed their kids and everything else, took any private picture they could, for intimidation, which I would say is motivating as well, because it pisses people off. But they do all of that. And then later on, they all come back and they're like, yeah, we kind of knew that wasn't them. They admitted that. So it's such a gross chapter. These people do despicable, harmful things, and they know that they're doing it too. They absolutely do. It drives me nuts. Oh, you guys send me that avatar though. I want to see it better. Thank you. Maybe not, by the way. Cajun Mike, thank you. 9 months. The cricket is the mole. Yep, the cricket. How did you find out? If that cricket, man, I bet it would. A Germany cricket. Whoever came up with that instead of Jiminy, I love that. Spin Doctor, thanks for the 10 there. Brilliant Animal Farm reference. Yes, that's right. Indeed. Thugs are always more equal. Yep, love the new chapters. Thank you. I'm glad you got that, by the way. I love me some Orwellian, not so fiction these days, But yeah, I love that. I had a lot of fun writing out a lot of that, and then after I write up something, I run it, and I use ChatGPT to help me make sure like spelling is correct on certain things, sentence flow. It's okay, but I didn't want to do it the other way. A lot of people, and there's nothing wrong with this, by the way, but a lot of people will just be like, hey, I want something written. You see us do that goofing off, but I wanted to write my own thing, have fun with it. So it was pretty good times on that too. I've enjoyed it. SF, thanks for the 10 there. I'd like to thank everyone for their support yesterday after the loss of my mother. Oh man, SF. Love to you, by the way. Love to you. I've lost people close to me there. Remember with all of this stuff that you have friends, you have people that care about you. And also remember, if things get heavier, you feel like you can't handle it too, or you need, somebody to help you. Again, you have friends and stuff, but never feel like you can't talk to a professional too. Okay. I always put that in there. Just because, there was always this stigma for the longest, and I still think still sometimes there's a stigma in asking for help, and there should never be. We all need help sometimes, but y'all are some of the best people. When he's from Tug, Megan, to show my humor is still there somewhat. I love the bullet points there. That's funny. First aid out. Hey, there's also, remember, there is no time period on learning to deal with something, on grief. It's not just grief. It's, again, you're trying to process. It's healthy and it's human to process, and it's healthy and it's human to try to figure out how to do that. So love to you. And through that, again, remember, there are a lot of people that care about you. Emmy, thanks for the 50 there. Appreciate that. New computer fun? Tire repair. Thank you. Yeah, this computer is jacked up. You know, it is. You see some of the problem, like, oh my god. The Cynic and Chief, thanks for tuning out to watch. Is that a rocket? Oh yeah. The rocket launches are cool to watch. Susan Dolan, thanks for the 2. Candy Money for logging bug. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's good to see you, by the way, Susan. Appreciate that. Andre, thanks for the 2 there. Hey, Tug and Megan, send a new song. I'll have to check that out. I appreciate when you people send songs and you all send like pictures and everything. I love checking those out. So thank you. But the griff goes on. I'll have to check that out. And Pickle Tea, thanks for working tobacco on my former in-laws farm was the hardest work I've ever done. I know it's rough. I used to, I would tell people that actually hay is rough, or like people, I realize like conveyor, like hay conveyors now. We didn't have a hay conveyor back in the day when I do that stuff. You know, we'd go out, we'd cut the square bales, the mini bales. They just call them minis when we were making them. But we'd stack them all the way up, and we just toss them. You know, you toss them up to the top. And God, you talk about miserable work. It was so easy when you started. You started the highest part, just tossing them a little bit is okay. But when you get to the bottom, you're like, oh my God, I can't throw these that high. You know, I can't do this. It was amazing though. I worked with this guy who just had he was the strongest person I ever saw. He could pick up a freaking hay bale. He was a little wiry guy, but he could pick up a hay bale, one hand, toss it. So he'd grab it one hand. It was amazing to watch. He never tire out. Just amazing. But yeah, tobacco is rough work. It's rough work. Like the getting out there, cutting it. A lot of people, they have no idea. No idea. You know, and some of that, it is the tiredest that you will ever feel in your life, too. You know, you go through, you do a lot of that stuff. You feel like somebody has beaten you. And you're just like, oh my God. You know, I've never been so sore in my lifetime after doing that stuff. Let's see. Who's live? Let's get us some shizzy redirect. Give me 1 second. Shizzy. I got all these recommendations that are not what I'm looking for. What is up? Is Shizzy up? Is he live? Let me check some. I don't have him coming up on my stuff. Give me 1 second. I don't see him there. This thing's being dumb. Shizzy. Let's see if you're live, sir. No live today? Who's live? Oh, well, I'm going to end. Let's see. Is Jay live? It's Thursday, right? Yes, Jay. I'm just trying to find somebody live to hand it off to. No? All right. Well, I guess we're going to call it then. I don't see anybody right off the top. You know, if I missed you, you were live. I apologize. I've looked, but you know, I get limited results too, even with subscribing to everybody. But I don't see Jay. Is just Jay live? I hand it off to him if he's live. Let me just make sure. I hate to skimp on Jay if he's live. I just have to make sure. No. Wait, he's live. Yeah, he's got it lined up. Yeah, what am I saying? Wait a minute. It says that he's going live, but I don't see. It says he was going live at 9 o'clock, which is an hour ago for me. Is he not shown up? Jay cancel. Hey Jay, your live stream's still up. All right. I wasn't sure about that. I'll have I'll have to see if I can hit him up about that. All right. Well, I'm going to end then because I thought, man, Jay should be up. All right. I'm going to end. I appreciate you all. I should be up unless something comes up tomorrow. You know, of course, I'll be here. I got doctor appointments and stuff, but I should be home in plenty of time. So anyway, appreciate you folks, and we will see you.